What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. This week, it's our panellists' job to guess the most talked about people of the last year. Rob's team, who do you think the nation have been talking about?
Greta Thunberg.
Thunberg, the old Thunberg.
Head of climate change.
Yeah, she's sort of in charge of climate change.
I bet her recycling is absolutely on point. I reckon she rinses out the peanut butter jar. That is a tough job. Howard, who bought Crunchy? Are you mad? You just get the jet wash out for that. Marmite, I don't even eat it now because of it. Someone told me off once drinking out of a plastic bottle because it was single use. And it was like, I was in a rush.
Yeah.
I was like, you know you shouldn't, but I've got a good get-out-of-jail-free card if someone tells you off. If they go, you shouldn't drink out of that single use, what I say is, it's not single use, because when I finish drinking it, I'm going to shove it right up my arse. And I find that really stops the conversation. They don't want to carry it on.
What's that, a small bottle or one of the larger ones?
2-litre Diet Pepsi.
We're talking about Greta Thunberg. Greta Thunberg. I don't know how we got onto the 2-litre Pepsi up your arse, but we went slightly off topic.
Yeah, the thing is, you try and do stuff, but you can't do it. Like now, we have these bottles now, don't we? The reusable bottles. Everyone's got one of these rather than plastic bottles.
I've got so many of those.
Yeah,
I've got hundreds.
Hundreds of them. This one's made in China. I hope they walked it over it.
You know what? I haven't got any kids. I say torch the place.
It's so annoyed politicians. People went off at the deep end.
And a lot of, middle-aged white men, I think, got very angry.
Anyone that looked like Gammon was livid. They knew she was right as well, so they had to just go for her.
I haven't seen men of that calibre that angry since Jeremy Clarkson left Top Gear. You heard the people said, oh, whenever she comes on, I'll turn off the television, which is, of course, exactly what she wants.
Outspoken women have been angering men like this since the beginning of time. Like, she's the human equivalent of leaving the landing light on.
What do you think of Greta? Do you like her?
I do like her, especially the fact that she's, at least 500 years old by now. I love it.
There is a theory she's a time traveller because there's
there's
a still photo of her. Can we have a look at this photo? It does look remarkably like her. Oh. That is something, isn't it? Are you really subscribing to this?
I'm obsessed with this. I watched the show Ancient Aliens religiously, and
When you say religiously, you mean without really thinking about it?
Yeah, I
Look, it's very impressive what she's doing at 16. At
Yeah.
16, what was I? I was wanking and eating rustlers, mainly.
I think it's great that she's like a young hero, but I worry that she's not getting like a normal, childhood, like the normal teen experiences.
But if you remember your teenage years, do you want that to happen to her?
That's the problem for Greta, though. When you've done all this stuff by 16, she's an incredible woman. How's she going to rebel? Where's she going to go and rebel? She'll start off by going, you know what, I'm just going to put the cardboard in the red recycling bin. When in a year, she'll be having a hog roast with Richard Branson. You can tell that's the only place she's got to go, right?
The problem is, I agree with everything she says, but I don't know what it is. Whenever she speaks, I'm like, oh, fuck off a bit, will you? I'm trying!
Well, I can tell you that Greta is not one of the most talked about people of the last year, but Greta has totally changed my perspective on climate change. I've gone from not caring at all to pretending to care when people are around. Thanks, Greta. OK, Catherine's team. Who do you think people have been talking about over the last 12 months?
Oh, it's gotta be Boris Johnson. He lies and cheats more than a Kardashian's baby's father. More people liked Boris Johnson than the other one. It is a bit like a popularity contest between Prince Andrew and Piers Morgan, but I've decided I'm going to be right-wing now. Very right-wing.
You would suit being very
I
right-wing,
look right-wing. I look like
do.
the kind of white woman who would call the police on a child's lemonade stand. I do. I'm like, go home.
You'd be great on Fox News.
Thank you, and fuck you.
Do you like our new glorious leader?
He's got a lot of kids, isn't he? Even he doesn't know quite how many. He says, I want to keep them anonymous. But that entire family, Boris, his dad, the brother, they all look exactly the same. There's not a single primary school in South London where the teacher's not going, oh, yeah. I think, yeah.
Well, Rich, look no further.
Hi, guys.
I only found out recently that his full name, it's Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson. He's a man with more middle names than morals. He pretends to be bumbling, but he's really sinister. Like when he did the Love Actually thing, where he went to that woman's door and knocked and was like, please vote for me, I'm a good guy. I was like, if Love Actually was like a Tory Love Actually, like a Brexit Love Actually, it'd be terrible. It'd be like that first scene at the airport where everyone's crying, but instead of arrivals, it's departures. Sajid Javid would have this maid that learned English for 8 months and then he'd still deport her.
Boris, he's so posh, he sounds like an old motorbike. But when he talks, like...
Like father, like son.
I bet he's quality on a stag do, though, don't you?
Yeah.
Boris turns up, here we go. Come on, dicks out, pants down, come on, lads. Game on my stag do, which my dad made us do, which was called Flip Cup Dicks Out. Where, you know, you ever play Flip Cup? Where you get a cup on the edge of the table, and you do that and you have to land it down on the top like that, right? Basically, if your team lost the race, you had to get your dicks out. And then you had to go down the slide in this swimming pool with your dick out.
You're in a swimming pool?
Yeah.
What are you doing at Centre Parks with your dick out?
Playing Flip Cup Dicks Out.
Flip cup.
And then my dad won and he still got his dick out and jumped in the pool.
Oh, my God.
You saw your dad's penis?
It was cold, so not really.
I cannot believe you've seen Boris Johnson's penis. That is amazing.
Let's have a look and see if he's up there.
Of course he is, dirty bastard.
Yeah.
Yes, Boris Johnson. In with a bullet. Boris gave the Conservatives their biggest ever majority, which was lucky because if there's one thing the Conservatives can't stand, it's minorities. Welcome back to AI's MCAT, where we're still trying to guess the nation's most talked about people. OK, fingers on buzzers.
Is it Prince Andrew?
Prince Andrew.
He's been in the news.
He's been in the news a little bit, yeah.
He's been knocking about. Because of the controversy, he's retired from public duties. I don't know what he actually did apart from walk around parks with pedos.
Yeah.
The whole way through that interview was extraordinary. He had all the misplaced confidence of a lettings agent on episode 1 of The Apprentice. A bit beforehand, he told his press secretary, I've smashed this. Absolutely gonna smash it.
The crux of the thing is, grown men really love the idea of a much younger woman, and I can't believe that's still a scandal. I think it's wrong, but is it unusual? No. When I was 17, I was banging the 31-year-old prom security guard, and he wasn't even powerful. He could get me just closer to the keg. I think his daughters are just innocent victims, because imagine, I've got an embarrassing dad. You know when your dad, just an embarrassing dad.
Yeah, Flip Cup Dicks Out, Dad.
I would be so gutted as well because, like, he was just like, it was very unusual. I was at home with the children, and the one time
Which children?
he drove you to a birthday party was because he needed an alibi.
In his defence, Woking Pizza Express is quality. They've got, like, the oven in the middle. It's great vibe. The toilets are quality.
Watching it, it did look like such a car crash, the whole interview. And I just thought, like, imagine being in that family and your dad has literally turned a car over that year, and that's still not the biggest car crash in your family.
What is it with the royals as well not shaving off that last bit of bum fluff on their head? They never commit, do they, to that tiny... Like, William's got it, innit? It looks like an arse.
Just shave it, I say.
It kind of reminds me of I've got a naked cat.
What?
Are they all naked?
I think you mean to say shaved pussy.
No, darling. Anyway, he's a Sphinx cat.
Got a Sphinx cat.
Yeah.
So they're totally hairless cats.
Totally hairless.
I'm obsessed by them.
Really? His
They're
name
amazing.
is Mr. Chow. And once I brought him into a cattery. I picked him up 2 weeks later over Christmas, and he came back with a Prince Andrew, like, peach fuzz all over him. I had to, like, wax him down, shower.
Wax him?
Yeah, it was awful.
So the cat that you had...
The cat was freezing, and basically the animal instinct made him develop peach fuzz. Just like Prince Andrew.
So a bald cat, gruesome hair, clearly doing really well, and then you got it home and went, yeah, better wax it.
I mean, it was a bit of Scotch tape. It wasn't a real wax.
I mean, that's one of the worst assaults on young pussies that we've allegedly discussed this round.
Well, I can tell you, Prince Andrew was not one of the most talked about people of the last year, but the biggest unanswered question of the Epstein scandal is how did paedophiles with dirt on the royal family get so good at killing themselves? Turns out the Grand Old Duke of York had 10,000 punchline redacted for legal reasons. OK, fingers on muzzers, 2 more to get. Go on, who buzzed in?
Is it the other royals, Hazza and Mazza? Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle has been in the news a lot. Go on, what do you
Yes.
make of Meghan Markle?
I find Meghan Markle fascinating because she's a woman with like the body of a goddess but the name of a minor Harry Potter character.
Meghan Markle. But is she Gryffindor or Slytherin?
Oh, I think they're both Gryffindor. I think they're the most relatable as a couple, the most relatable royals because neither of them has been accused of being a racist or a nonce. Recently.
At time of recording.
Harry's like the #2 popular royal right after the Queen. You can dress as a Nazi and still be the second most popular royal in that family.
No, because everyone thinks it's cheeky. It's like, if he drinks too much, it's cheeky. If he dresses as a Nazi, it's cheeky. He marries a woman of African-American heritage. Like, oh, cheeky.
So, what do you think, Richard, with Meghan Markle? She's getting given a horribly hard time by the press.
Yes, she is getting. I think it must be very, very weird being Meghan Markle. I'm thinking that thing of when you meet someone famous, it's really weird. And at some point, she met the Queen, right? She must have met the Queen for the first time. That must have been so weird. And I wonder how long it took before she got bored of meeting the Queen. I wonder within about 3 days, she's like, oh, fuck, it's the fucking Queen again. And like the first time you're in Buckingham Palace, you're going, I am in Buckingham Palace. I'm a girl from California. I'm in Buckingham Palace with the Queen. And 3 days later, she's thinking, the toilet is so far away from this living room. There's not a smart TV. This is a fucking nightmare.
Well, she claims not to have ever known who they were because in America they don't have news and TV. But I think it would have been way more romantic if she just said, yes, I targeted him from a young age. I watched the funeral, I saw him walking behind that coffin, and I thought, that ass, though,
Well, did you have a thing with Prince Harry?
Absolutely not, no.
I thought you tried to climb that.
all of these nights I spent in Mahiki. What a waste.
Should have been in Pizza Express in
I
Wales.
know. I would have gone for a young William.
You would have
Young
gone for
Wells
the
was
future
hot.
king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of your royals are already German, so apart
Yes.
from Meghan, so I might as well mince in.
I might as well mince in, like people don't say.
Say
I would just
whatever,
mince in, to the royal family. I'm just like one of them. I wonder, was Meghan Markle's life better before she was in the royal family? Because
Her life
like the
was
press have
definitely better.
turned on her for not showing us pictures of the baby day one.
She was treated so badly. I mean, on Remembrance Sunday and stuff, they made out she didn't put the wreath down right. I mean, she didn't do anything wrong as far as I could tell. It wasn't like she was hula hooping with the wreath.
You're going to remember this.
And she did the interview and someone said, how are you? And she just responds as a normal human being and says, oh, well, thank you for asking. Actually, I haven't been asked that very much. And people are like, oh, who does she think she is?
To be fair, they were in South Africa with a 4-month-year-old. What an holiday that is. Do me a favour, you don't even take a 4-month-year-old Dorset, never mind South Africa. 12-hour flight and the jabs. No wonder you're stressed. I'll be viewing.
And they love as well to sort of stir up this thing about the sort of rivalry between Meghan and Harry and William and Kate, don't they? And you just go, well, you don't know if that's true. I mean, all families have that kind of cousin thing, don't they? Like, can you believe it? Your cousins, they're going to go to South Africa for their holiday this year. Oh, I mean, I like her, but she takes the piss, doesn't she? And, there's going to be all them pictures on Facebook. Is it my legs or is it hot dog sausages? I don't know. And, maybe there's a bit of that, but I don't know. I just think there's a lot. They're just sort of going for them for the sake of it.
No, the British press hate her for one reason and one reason only. She took the only viable ginger cock off the market.
OK, well, let's see if Meghan Markle is up there. Yes, it's Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle has unfairly got a reputation for being a bit of a diva, but royal insiders say she's only ever made one demand. Don't leave her alone with Prince Andrew. As we're talking about royalty, time for a quick royal bonus round. Rob, Katherine, come join me in the middle to play What Colour Hat is the Queen Wearing?
What colour hat is the Queen wearing?
Good luck.
OK, so the rules are simple. You've just got to tell me what colour hat is the Queen wearing. OK, so
What colour hat is the Queen wearing?
OK. Can I get some dramatic lighting, please? Right, OK, let's play What Colour Hat is the Queen Wearing? Rob, you're first. Take a look at this picture.
Yeah.
What colour hat is the Queen wearing? What are you going to go with?
I'd say black.
You think she's wearing a black hat?
Yeah, what kind of lunatic's going to add another colour palette to that purple monstrosity? It looks like a quality street that's escaped.
Well, I can tell you, full quality street. She went purple. I think that was the week Prince died.
Actually, guys, I don't see colour. I don't even know if that's a man or a woman. That's a person to me.
OK, Katherine, this is you. What colour hat is the Queen wearing?
Oh, gosh. Oh, I really needed to get this right. So, I think she's wearing, like, maybe a green?
You think a green hat with that outfit. Let's have a look. Incorrect.
Well, why is it always the same?
Rob.
Yeah, I'm
OK,
getting
next
the vibe
one.
now.
Let's get this. OK, you
Got
got it?
Yellow. Let's do this. It's yellow.
You think yellow?
Yes!
Rob scores. Well, listen to the crowd.
Fool me once, so fucking fool me again. That's the same, isn't it?
OK, next one. What do you think, Katherine?
I think it's blue. I think it's blue.
You think it's blue? You think
Yeah,
a
I
blue
think it's
hat?
blue.
Let's have a look.
Ooh, yeah!
It's 1-all. 1-all.
I love it.
It's neck and neck, everyone. It is neck
Oh my
and
God.
neck.
This is a great game.
OK,
Yeah.
next one. OK, what colour hat is the Queen wearing?
She's drinking white wine. So we know it's before noon.
Yeah. She might be a bit pissed up, might be a bandana or something. I think grey.
Ooh.
OK, let's
A
have a look.
light grey.
No, Rob.
Yes.
That is grey. That is grey. I've got to give him that.
Like, I'm actually getting emotional, and I want to play this game at Christmas.
That's a stitch-up, that.
Because
I'll give you the point. That
I
was
don't
great.
care about the point. It's not right. Oh, what cut? Oh, we're not going to put a hat in because I'm fucking wacky.
you win. You win.
There we go.
OK, what do you think?
Pink hat.
Pink.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Whoa.
Like yellow or pink? Hang
She
on.
would look like a Battenberg.
No, she wouldn't. Wait a minute.
She is a Battenberg. Change the family name to Windsor when the war starts.
No. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Quick as you can.
White.
You think a white hat? Incorrect. We're going quick fire now. Okay,
I'm going
go.
on my gut.
White. Green. Green. White.
Oh, green.
Let's have a look.
Bandana!
Oh, they're over.
Oh!
OK, next one. What colour?
Hell, Terry's chocolate orange has turned up.
Black.
You think black?
Orange.
OK, let's go. Black or orange?
Shit.
So who said orange?
Me.
Oh, you said
me.
it. Who said orange?
I said orange.
Thank
I
you.
should fucking pay attention.
All right.
OK, what colour hat is the Queen wearing?
That's Del Boy, isn't it?
Scarf.
You've gone scarf, very strong
I'm
scarf.
going Baker Boy cap.
Scarf.
OK, you've gone Peaky Blinders, you
Yeah.
think Paddington Bear. OK. Let's see if she's got a scarf on. Yes! All right, what colour?
That is
Blue.
blue black.
Well, I can tell you, but that's Camilla. I'd know those boobs anyway. Rob Beckett is the winner. OK, back to the seats. Lucky couple.
The Queen wearing.
Fingers on buzzers, one more to get. Who else have people been talking about? What do you think?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, whatever happened to him? The guy from The Apprentice in the Americans.
He's doing all right, isn't he? There's obviously a demand for idiot blonde blokes with massive cocks, so vote Beckett, yeah?
I think that Trump let me down this year. You know, he peaked too soon with the crazy, and he just didn't have the momentum and the stamina. He's getting done, what, for collusion? Like, Bill Clinton got done for getting sucked off by an intern. That was hot. Trump could have done a little bit better with his impeachment. Just regular, boring collusion. Underwhelmed.
2 stars.
2 stars.
Sophie, I mean, I'm guessing you're not a huge Trump fan, that's my guess.
I'm not a huge Trump fan, but I do like the drama that he has with literally everyone else on the globe. So, like, Greta Thunberg, also Justin Trudeau. When he was here for NATO, he was like, I don't like Justin Trudeau, he's two-faced, which is actually accurate because Justin Trudeau has 2 faces, his white face and his black face. I think Trump's holding back. I think, like, going into his 3rd term, he's going to show, like, it's going to be like Return of the King. He's going to, like, come back with a whole undead army, like lots of crazy racist pensioners.
There is talk about a 3rd term because he's already saying, oh, we should change the rules.
He's not going to serve a 2nd term. That's the good news, Trump, I'll tell you that. But it's going to be terrifying if he does lose. He's not going to be a good loser. The key thing is, when he does lose at the end of next year, we must tell him he's won. It's going to be a nightmare if he knows he's lost. We'll stick him in Mar-a-Lago. He can just be there. He can keep tweeting. We keep going, oh, I'm furious with you, Mr. President. We just all keep it up. You can do 8 years, you can do 12 years down there. Just never tell him he's lost.
What do you make of Donald Trump, Sophie?
I have to say he's not my favourite. I also think, do you know that picture that he tweeted of himself where he put the head of him on Rocky Balboa?
Yeah, I've got that. Yeah, I had to
Do you
take
have
a look.
that?
Yeah, no, I've got the poster up in
It's
my
one of
bedroom.
my favourites.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, he did that. It's,
I think he uses the same on his Ukrainian Tinder, actually.
Pretty fit. Tell you what, he's like not bad in the face, is he really? You put him on a good body, he's all right there. Look. More if I was a 7-year-old woman, I'd suck him off.
If you're a 70-year-old woman, you'd suck him off.
Well, he's 70, isn't he?
Oh, I see what you mean.
I'm saying if I was a young 22-year-old girl, I'd probably leave it. But a 70-year-old with a body like that, you're going in.
I don't think he's gone near someone his own age for many years.
No.
Well, I'll change that, baby. You know when you say something and you regret it?
Yeah, OK. Well, let's have a look and see if he's up there. Yes, it's Donald Trump. Last year, the Mueller report cleared Trump of collusion with Russia, which was great news for Trump and even better news for his boss, Putin. 73-year-old Donald Trump is up for re-election later this year. It's not something I thought I'd find myself saying, but come on, prostate cancer. So those were the most talked about people of the past year, but let's not forget Stormzy. At Glastonbury, thousands of working-class people saw Stormzy wearing a stab-proof vest and thought, what a powerful message. And thousands of middle-class people saw Stormzy wearing a stab-proof vest and thought, what a beautiful gilet. John Bercow. As Speaker, John Bercow was meant to be impartial, but he took more sides than your mum ordering a Nando's. Jeremy Corbyn. Jeremy Corbyn was accused of racism, but let's be clear, the only thing Jeremy Corbyn hates more than anti-Semitism is apologising to Jews. So at the end of that round, Rob, Rich and Sophie have 2 points. Katherine, Sophie and Tom have 2 points. Rob's team, what do you think the nation are afraid of?
Like snakes, spiders, all of that sort of thing.
You don't like snakes?
No, hate snakes. I can't watch I'm a Celeb because I just get too scared for them. It's horrible. Have you seen that video of Steve Irwin when he's like, oh, it won't bite me, it won't bite me. He's very calm, and then out of nowhere...
Yeah, but whatever happened to him?
I don't mind snakes. The creepy crawlies, I really get.
Yeah.
Spiders?
Spider. Ugh.
People always go like, oh, they're more scared of you than you are of them. I was like, well, get out of my house then. Yeah.
Could you get the spider then in your house? Like if there was a spider in the bath, could you go get it?
Yeah, depending on size. Anything above 5 foot, I'll leave it in there.
I'm not afraid of insects because I live in the UK. I don't understand this fear of spiders when your spiders have the lowest street cred worldwide of any spider. Other spiders are like, oh, I can paralyze them, I can poison them, I can kill them. What do your spiders do? Piss you off? It's like when you guys complain about snow, the world is laughing.
Marley, what about creepy crawlies generally? You okay
No, I'm
with the
cool with
creepy
that.
crawlies?
I've got bigger issues than a spider. You know, like haters and snitches. That's like on the agenda.
Haters, snitches,
Yeah,
spiders.
yeah.
What about if there was a spider that snitched on you?
Oh, no, yeah, then you got to stamp it out. Rule number 1. That's just the code, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can get away saying things of that's just the code, and white people just go, yeah, fair enough.
We have centipedes in Canada, and I was alone in my flat in a very rough part of Toronto, and that's back when I was very young, very small, very Britney, hair-colored skin, skin-colored hair. And it was 2 in the morning, and there was a centipede on the wall. I knew I couldn't sleep with it there. So I just went outside in little pink hot pants, and I asked some gang members if they would come inside and kill the centipede. And they were lovely, really nice guys. And they killed the centipede, and then they left. And then they like looked out for me, and I was always like, bring them snacks and things.
Sorry, are you talking about something I've seen on Pornhub? Are you scared of creepy crawlies? Because I mean, you went in the jungle, right?
Yeah, I'm not scared of creepy crawlies. Last year, funnily enough, it was not funny.
Well, don't say it then.
I was doing something and a cockroach ran into my ear roll.
No.
And it stayed in there for 3 days. It died in there. I went to the hospital.
Where's this in the jungle or
In the jungle. We was doing a trial and it ran down the year.
How big are your ears?
Honestly, they must just open up like a cave.
What you've got in there is a brain. Whereas his goes straight through.
Anyway, the bug went in and the hospital couldn't get it out of the ear for 3 days. And, like, literally, it was like my party trick for a little while. I'd do this, and then you'd smell, and it smelled like death.
No!
Oh, what a party trick!
Can I have some of that?
I lived in Australia for a year, and there was quite a big group of us in Sydney, and there was cockroaches everywhere in our house. And so instead of, you know, clean the dishes, which maybe was an attraction for them, we would just collect all the cups and just put them over the cockroach so that they could stay there underneath the cup, and then we would, you know, just go about our business dodging these multiple dozens of cups with dead cockroaches underneath them.
Okay.
Sounds like the bottom deck of the Titanic.
It felt a bit like that, yeah. But they weren't smelly, so I don't know what happened in your ear.
One was dead.
Yeah, okay.
3 days.
What was the cause of death?
I think boredom in there, probably. What? You know I love you. OK, let's have a look and see if creepy crawlies are up there. Yes, it's creepy crawlies. On I'm a Celeb in 2018, Joe Swash was taken to hospital when a cockroach lodged itself in his ear. It was one of the worst experiences of my life, said the cockroach. So not scared of creepy crawlies. What about a rat?
I heard rats are pretty smart. I don't love rodents. I don't want anything in my house that's uninvited.
Take a look at this guy dealing with a rat in the bathroom, but really watch out for the cat. Yeah, I'll bring the cat in there, because the cat will probably get around. The cat's going, no. Katherine, what else is the nation afraid of?
Is it death?
What? Keep it light.
I think death is a beautiful thing. You know, it could be a real relief for an Eastern European model wanting to cash in on 10 years of sucking cock.
Well, sometimes it doesn't work out. I mean, look at poor Melania Trump.
Yeah.
She's, like, absolutely overachieved as a gold digger and weirdly underachieved.
Yeah. But if you look at Anna Nicole Smith on the day of her wedding to her 89-year-old husband, and then a year later on the day of his funeral, she's a lot happier that day. That's why I always try to teach young girls who want to gold dig to go very old. Like, if he's still eating solid food, he's too young.
Yeah. Are you scared of death, Jamali?
I nearly died not that long ago. When I was in Bangkok and I got measles and my lungs hemorrhaged. And so I was coughing up blood. My mum never got me vaccinated.
You were not vaccinated?
Bro, this is what happened, because I remember, like, because they were saying to me, have you been vaccinated? And I was like, I don't know. I rang my mum, and I was like, Mum, did you vaccinate me when I was a kid? And she goes, ah. So we had to... So we're like, oh, wow. There's 4 of us, and only 2 of us were vaccinated. My mum ain't a nice woman, man.
What? 2 of your siblings would disagree. Scared of death, Maisie?
Yeah, terrified.
Terrified?
Absolutely terrified, yeah.
Really?
Like, I'll start freaking out if I start talking about it. Like, once we go, that's it. Like, you'll be gone. You.
Just those 2.
Just those 2.
If you're on a plane and there's really bad turbulence...
Yeah.
So
I'm a wreck.
See, I go the other way. I'm going, all right, then, let's go.
Yeah, I'm like that.
I'm all right on planes, because I sort of think it's out of your hands. Someone else is in charge of that.
Yeah.
Hope so.
Yeah.
No, Beckett, you're up for an hour. Fucking hell.
I'm not afraid of death at all.
What?
Just thought I'd put it out there.
Why aren't you scared of death?
Because I think the wake situation is quite exciting. When I was 6, I stayed in a bed with my dead granny.
What?
Yeah, so it was a wake, and
It was a wake. Well, she's not dead then.
It's called a wake, and so after the person dies, before they go to the church and get buried, you have a wake.
Yeah, we know what wake is.
Okay, well then why is this such a surprise to you?
Because you were 6 and you slept with her.
Yeah,
Sometimes we don't sleep with the corpses. That's the only difference, I Have you planned your funeral, Joe?
Me? No, of course I haven't.
I think you should. You're doing Dancing on Ice.
Yeah. I'm with Rob. I don't really care when it happens, to be fair. I don't mind. Let it happen when it happens, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like, it feels like you're talking me into some sort of joint suicide. All right, shall we? Fuck it. Why not?
I mean, I can't spend too much time thinking about it. Let nature take its course.
Or don't let nature take its course. That's why I've got a head start on the embalming. I'm the only one in my family with any money. I gotta pay for the funeral, and I'm doing it in installments. My face is ready to be buried.
Let's have a look and see if death is up there. Yeah, it's death. My nan actually died of a heart attack, and I'll never forget it because it was the same day I bought her an air horn. Now, it's not in the top 3, but one of the things Brits are most afraid of is rats. So it's time for a bonus round. Is there a rat under my hat?
Is there a rat under my hat?
I literally just said that. Rob, Maisie, Joe, go and get your Is There a Rat Under My Hat hats on. Catherine, come with me. Let's play Is There a Rat Under My Hat? Come on in, guys.
Is there a rat under my hat?
Right. Well, just on facial expressions, I think you can tell who's got a rat under their hat. I don't want to say that this is going to be slightly underwhelming as a game.
This might be a double bluff.
Oh, yeah, it could be a double bluff, but it definitely isn't. Look at her. Catherine, who's got a rat under their hat?
I don't know. I think I need a lot of time to tell.
Joe, I think what Catherine's trying to say is, could you tell us a little bit about your childhood? Where did you go to primary school?
Yeah, so I went to a place called Thornhill, and then I went to Hyper Grove, and then fell into the acting, and yeah, it's just...
Rob, what's your favourite film?
Demolition Man.
Demolition Man,
Yeah.
Interesting choice. Catherine, any further questions before we conclude?
It's interesting
Step on
because
it, step on it.
I just wanted to tell you guys, Angela was telling me a second ago that if a rat defecates on your head and any of it seeps into your eye, you'll go blind. Yeah. And then
Maisie,
That's
do you
fine.
like dogs? Because we might be getting you one.
Love dogs. Hurry up. Seriously, hurry up.
So who do you think has a rat under the hat? I mean, either she's the actress of a generation.
Yeah. I don't know if Maisie has a rat under her hat because I think this might be a double bluff situation. Like, I don't really know, Maisie, are you a good actress?
No.
And then Joe Swash, he's had cockroaches in his ears, God knows what else. He's cool as a cucumber, but he's been in the jungle and so's Rob. So
I didn't do none of that in the jungle. Joe, you just tried to do some jokes.
Yeah, I did. I had a skill.
Not now. We're going to need an answer now.
I really can't tell. Who has
What
the
do you
rat
mean you
hat?
can't tell? There's never been a more obvious question in the history of television. This is like a quiz on This Morning.
I think it's double bluff too.
I think it's double bluff.
You
You see, we don't trust
Okay,
people.
so who do you think's got a rat under the hat? Quick, you've
I
got to
think
pick.
the rat is in Joe's hat.
Might be in my hat.
Because he's never been more.
I mean, the greatest ever acting skills.
You don't say good.
Maisie Adam there. Come on. Unbelievable. Welcome back to 8 out of 10 Cats, where we're still trying to guess what British people are most afraid of. OK, fingers on buzzers. Rob's team.
Ghosts?
I'm afraid of no ghosts. Not compelled to say that. Do you believe in that? Do you have any sort of...
No, I don't. You do, though, didn't you?
I mean, there's bits of it that I believe and there's bits that I don't believe. You know what I mean?
But
Would
no,
you believe in ghosts? That bit.
No, I believe. If there was ghosts, then it'd be overpopulated. There'll be ghosts everywhere.
You know a stopped clock is right twice a day? Such a good point.
It's a good, but there'll be loads
If there
of
were
them.
ghosts, there'd be ghosts fucking everywhere. Yeah. All over the shop.
But no one proper, like, clever or successful sees ghosts. It's never like Bill Gates goes, do you know what, I saw a ghost the other day? So it's like Colleen Nolan on Loose Swimming going, I was visited by a spirit.
And do you believe in this?
Yes, I really believe that there are spirits and shit happens that is unexplainable.
OK, tell me
from real
something that's unexplainable and I will explain it. Go ahead.
Okay, so last night I was in bed.
Right.
And I had a dream. I thought I was going to be murdered by this man who looked like a Ken doll. He was my Uber driver in the dream. He kept muttering things to me and he kept telling me about discussion that I just had on the phone. So I knew that he was in my head. So I woke myself up and my body was freezing cold. Oh. And then I went back to sleep and then I felt a cold breath on my face.
Have you been paying your bills?
Pardon?
Have you been paying your bills?
Yeah, I think the unexplainable Joe Swash.
You might have left the window open.
Yeah. Okay. Jamali, do you believe in ghosts?
No, I don't believe in none of that shit. I got like all my family into all this wacky shit. My grandma like believes in it. She does all that Luigi board stuff.
Luigi board?
She does all that Ouija.
Luigi board. It's like Mario Brothers and
Ouija board.
All sat on a table, green hat on, overalls, back. Come on. Give me a mushroom.
The signs of a haunted house, though, are like the smell of decay and like rotting food, dodgy electrics, like stuff going missing, and then apparently like people wake up between 3 and 4 a.m. with like an overwhelming sense of dread. That's not a haunted house, that's a student house.
Ghosts are very particular about consent. So unlike men who are alive, they only reveal themselves to people who want to see them.
Yeah.
And like even in my house, I go around sometimes at night and I know I closed all the cupboards, but all the cupboards are open. Like I hear strange noises at night and then sometimes I can feel like a heavy weight in the night trying to have sex with me. And then that's when I realized I just got married.
Tell you what, right? I've done a ghost documentary years ago, and I stayed at this fella's house. He's an old geezer called Fred. He lived in this place called the Rams Inn.
Yeah.
I had to stay there one night, and he reckons that there's a certain ghost called an incubus.
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 What?
Incubus.
You heard of this? It's a ghost that tries to have sex with you.
Yeah.
And then there's a succubus.
Yeah.
Succubus, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's self-explanatory, that one. But yeah, no one tried to do nothing to me, so I was pretty...
Insulted.
They weren't interested in me at all.
What you should have done is I creeped in and suck off Fred and really...
Great prank, Rob, great prank.
Oh, we're right, laugh. I just sucked Fred off, he feels a ghost. Quality.
Lads.
Yes, Jesus, I'm not out Who's running who now, Fred?
Rob and Joe, ghost hunters. Just going around the country sucking people off in haunted houses. Well, I can tell you, ghosts are not up there, or indeed up there. The thing is, my house is built on a burial site. I mean, it wasn't when I moved in, but now. OK, one more to get fingers on buzzers. What are people scared about?
Is it losing your phone?
There's quite a lot of anxiety around this now. People really feel like it's an extension of self. Do you worry about losing your phone, Joe?
I lose my phone quite a lot, to be fair, but for some reason, my phone's always worked their way back to me. I'm generally pretty lucky.
Lucky? Yeah, you got a TV career. Look at you. Come on.
You dick.
I know. I can't help myself.
He still gives out his... You still...
Yeah.
If anyone wants his phone number, he gives them his mum's
mum's.
landline.
Yeah.
Who rang your mum? Remember...
Fatima Whitbread. She had Brendan from Coach Trip phone her the
Oh,
other
it's that pantomime agent getting...
Yeah.
Catherine, are you addicted to your phone?
No, I mean, I like my phone. I use my phone. I've never lost it. I turn on everyone I know, find my friends. I know their whereabouts. I've put a GPS on my daughter. Didn't even tell her.
Quick injection in the back of the neck when they're asleep, isn't it? People aren't properly addicted, though. It's not the same as proper addiction, is it? Addicted to your phone. If you was addicted to your phone, you'd be like sat on a piss-stained mattress at King's Cross. Suck someone off for a 2-minute scroll of Instagram.
For a text.
The ghost hunters are back with a phone.
I want to refresh Twitter. Just free clips on YouTube. The bloke blowjobs are getting worse.
I can't wait till you two go broke and have to make a sex tape. It's going to be the saddest,
The thing is, though, if
thing
I
ever.
ever did do a blowjob, it'd be more for me than them.
Yeah.
What could I get away with during this blowjob until they just give up on it?
Until they get police stopped.
Yeah, that will be my tactic in prison. All right, then. All right, I'll go, yeah, do you want one?
Angela, have you ever lost your phone?
Yeah.
And what were the repercussions?
No repercussions. I just got up, find my phone, and I found it.
It's a great story. You might want to save that for when you're on Graham Norton, because that's a real... that's a wonderful anecdote. Jamal, are you worried about losing your phone?
Yeah, do you know what? I realised how weak I was. I was in LA and I was downtown and I lost my phone in the Uber and I tried to chase the Uber, but I'm not as fast as a car. I had no money, I had nothing, I don't know where I am, I was lost. And in about 5 minutes, I was just like, oh, I just live here now. Like, this is where I exist now. I'm stuck. And I saw the homeless people, and I was like, I don't think they're homeless. I think they're people that just lost their phones in the Uber. Stuck there now forever. But it's just like, I had that real anxiety. I was like, I'm fucked. I can't do anything, because it's got my money on it, it's got my travel, it's got everything.
Your porn on it.
Do you store porn?
Me?
Yeah.
No, but I've been caught a few times lately. Just, I don't ever delete my history, so Stacey would like look at something on my phone on the internet and it'll be like amateur MILF, and I'm like...
Isn't that just the loose women panel?
You can't say that.
I can't say that, but yeah.
Loose women is a separate search all its own.
I'm a really lazy wanker, as in like...
Why do you even have to be here?
Instead of like doing a bit of prep, you know, check the door, get everything ready.
Yeah.
I'll just go straight into it.
Yeah.
And then think, oh fuck, someone's coming. And like,
Yeah. Oh my God, this is actually quite a busy bus route.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you, losing your phone is not one of our top fears, but when it comes to new technology, I have to admit I'm a little bit behind the curve. I only found out my pager had stopped working when I read about it on CFAX. OK, so what else are people frightened of? Fingers or buzzers?
Like end of the world, like...
Yeah. Do you worry about that, Joe?
No, I mean, I worry more about missing out on things. So if we're all going to die, I'm not going to miss out on much, so let's all do it together.
No FOMO?
No FOMO, mate.
What about the zombie? What would you do with a zombie attack?
I think I'd be all right. I'm quite quick. I'd stay on my toes.
I think I'd just become one.
Do you reckon?
I'd just give in.
Yeah, let's do that.
It didn't take a lot of convincing, did it? Yeah.
That would be a really short series of The Walking Dead. What are we going to do? Should we just be a zombie? Yeah, fuck it. Come here, boys!
I can't believe, Rob, you finally got a catchphrase.
It makes sense now. It makes sense as a zombie blowjob. This is where you guys were going with it all along.
Oh, that can't be my catchphrase. I can't sit down to parents' evening. Oh, you're the guy. Love your stuff.
Maisie, scared of the end of the world?
Yeah, a little bit. Like, they say that if a nuclear disaster happened, it would cause 95% fatalities within a 4-kilometre radius. But I've done couch to 5K, so I'd be all right.
If they said, like, an asteroid heading towards Earth, you've got a month to live.
What would you do?
No recycling for a start.
Yeah.
I'd just launch it in my garden.
So you wouldn't change anything?
Yeah, I mean, still live my life as normal.
What about you guys? Are you scared of the end of the world?
Yeah, it depends how it is. If it turns to Mad Max world, like all the economy's dead, I want to go out first wave. I don't want to be eating some dead dude's arm wearing like long jackets and shit.
Well, you're worried about the fashion choices.
Yeah, like the dust, and you gotta wear those like goggles and stuff, and you gotta ride on like a quad bike. I don't want to do all that shit.
Now, if it looks like the end of the world, we are going to need alternative food sources. So I've got some snacks here, which are alternative protein sources. So I've got nachos for you. Do you want to grab those?
Love nachos.
And they're with crickets.
No.
Apparently they're, well, not delicious, but edible.
Oh,
There you go.
Joe, you've been here, done that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't need to do it again. You won't see me do it.
Oh, Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I hate jalapenos.
Let me Hey, Jim, shall I feed Beckett?
Yeah, feed
That's
Beckett.
too many. Come on, Beckett.
Go on.
That's too many. Oh.
Go, Sophie, man.
Were you trying to catch them there? You really lunged at it. Oh! Are you going to try one, Angela?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is your audition for the jungle. Is it okay?
I like it.
You like it? Okay.
I
Well,
think
we've got
the
these.
worst bit about it is the tomatoes and the guac.
This is cricket bruschetta. Oh, hang on. Maisie's
not
gone.
eating it, they're not eating
Oh,
it.
wait. Maisie's gone.
I'm trying to hit Maisie.
If you're gonna,
It's okay, don't think about.
Oh.
Don't think about what it is. Just don't. Think.
Hey, Maisie, I think it's all right. Still, I don't know.
We ate shake loads of them.
Loads of them.
So, it's the
legs.
Well, you can't really feel the legs.
And there's no difference between a cricket and a lobster or a shrimp.
Yes, there
That's
is.
true.
One lives in the sea.
Yeah, no,
one's
they
in the
were
field.
all...
I tell you what, I know David Attenborough's getting on a bit, and he's going to go someday, but don't worry, we've got Joe Schwab. Oh, well, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, it's the end of the world. The world is facing a catastrophic pandemic. There have been over 2,000 cases of bubonic plague reported in Madagascar. But the good news is, Madagascar. So those were the top 3 things Brits are afraid of. But let's not forget fear of clowns. Big silly grin, bulging eyes and orange hair. Rob, are you scared of clowns? Big rubber face, silly clothes and a fake nose. Katherine, are you scared of clowns? At the end of that round, Rob, Maisie and Joe have 2 points. Katherine, Angela and Jamali have 2 points. 2 points. Catherine's team, what do you think the nation have been talking about the last week?
Megxit?
Megxit.
Megxit.
What do you
They're
reckon?
calling it Megxit because, we're out of ideas.
Everyone's saying it's her fault. Like, oh, I don't trust Meghan. I don't like the look of her. It's all Meghan. She's manipulative. It's amazing how much men can get away with. Like, Harry, dressed like a Nazi, fought in a war, he's naked in Vegas, taking drugs. All he had to do to wipe the slate clean was marry a black woman and fly economy. And now everyone's like, he's the Duke of Woke. It's very confusing to me because Meghan Markle's done backwards exactly my life. So, I was a waitress who hooked up with a creep from a trash family, and I left Canada because I wasn't getting enough attention. Spencer and Vogue, do you know them personally? Are you friends with them?
No, we don't know them, sadly. I'd like their job. They're an old one.
Yeah. I think ultimately everyone would be more comfortable with them doing whatever they want if they did it properly, no? If they'd told the Queen and done it normally, it would have probably been all right.
I don't know about you, but I've never run anything I've done in my life past my nana. Literally nothing. The idea that they have to, it must be so difficult to explain to your hot new girlfriend, oh, yeah, we've got to just run that by my nan because... I know I'm your man and I love you and you love me, but I just want to get permission from my nan. But she's got to talk to my granddad first, and then we'll see what my dad says. And then I'll get back to you. What?
Well, we had to have a family summit this week because we thought either one of the kids or the cat had shit on the table.
One of the kids or the cat?
Yeah, but...
so you'd ruled out your partner?
Yeah.
We had progress in your family?
Me and Lou had a frank discussion, it weren't us. And then it worked out, it was just a gone-off bit of avocado.
Oh.
I can't believe you confused avocado for cat shit.
What are you feeding your
I
kids?
feed my cat mainly Lenore. Very, very nice-smelling poo it has. Can't say that, allegedly. Can't feed it. I don't do that to my cat. Not Lenore, just the own brand stuff, cheaper.
Rob, what do you think of Meghan Markle? Do you like her?
Well, it's not gone smoothly, has it? Let's be honest, I think it'd be easier to leave ISIS than the royal family. I think that jihadi bride looks less stressed than Meghan.
Do you think the jihadi bride's looking at it going, fucking hell, she's having a rough ride? Dean, what do you think?
What was annoying that she done was she was deliberately moving her coat out of the way so as we could all see the palm.
That is one of my pet hates. I cannot bear it when pregnant people just constantly...
Yes.
It's like, it's not going to fall out.
It would be more eerie if her hands were just by her side the whole time, like a mannequin, or just like that, like resting her arms.
It's a nice shelf when you've
drinks
got
with a
one.
pint on them.
Yeah.
So, Harry and Meghan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Harry and Meghan. There is a naivety in this move. I understand that the press have been hounding them, whatever, and they want to quit the royal family now to sort of escape the press attention by doing the most newsworthy thing they could possibly do in this situation. They seem to think that if they leave the press alone, the press will leave them alone, like they're bears.
They're more scared of you than you are of them.
It's kind of hard to understand how you retire from not having a job. You know what I mean? They've just got back from a 6-week vacation in Canada, and they've landed, and the first thing they've said is, whoa, this is too much work.
They've just gone on holiday, they've had a nice holiday, and we've all done it when you come back, you think, right, I'm going to homeschool the kids, and we'll make goat's cheese in the Dordogne then. Just throw it all in.
I think you've nailed it. I think that's what... I think it's that thing where you're on holiday and you're like 2 bottles of Baileys in, going, do you know what?
I'm not going back.
I'm never going back.
I'm not going back, Harry.
Can't make me go back.
Don't make me go back. I can't stand your nan.
I love the way that on the front covers of all the papers, it was like close-ups to all the different royals and saying like, oh, the Queen looks disgruntled. It's just the same face. They're like, oh, she's never had a different face. They said Prince Philip looks upset. He's only ever got one face, dead. That's his face. I've never seen an alive person look more dead. The problem with Prince Harry is if you take the Prince away from him, he's just a ginger squaddy, isn't he? I mean, really, she should have just gone to a nightclub in Aldershot and saved herself some bother.
Spencer, vote. You're in the limelight now in the UK. You've got your own reality TV show. So if you ever wanted to escape it all, would you move abroad? Would you emigrate?
No, we've just been away for a month and I felt really lazy towards the end.
Where did you go?
St. Barth.
To the sun by looking at him. Fucking hell, mate. That is a tan, isn't it? Well, he's actually topless.
I would describe your tan this evening as borderline racist.
Yeah.
Well, this is my problem with it is people say, oh, you know, Harry and Meghan, you should let them do whatever they want. They should be allowed to do this. People think it doesn't make any difference, but it does make a difference. Because if something terrible happened to William and Kate and the kids, right? The Queen and Charles are very old. They're going to go at some stage. And then you're left with King Andrew. No one wants that.
Is that true? No.
Yeah.
Because you've got a William, then you've got a Kate, then you've got a George, then you've got... There's loads of them between.
They're one light aircraft crash away.
That's the same reason that the 2 founders of Coca-Cola don't fly together, just in case the plane goes down.
Sure.
Recipe. You know what I mean? The people who know the Coca-Cola recipe don't fly together.
You think there's 2 people that know the Coca-Cola recipe?
Yeah, but they... Well, Vogue's... Yeah.
There's 2 people going, fucking hell, Bill. We've got to make more. Demand's huge.
What about KFC? Do they fly... Does the Colonel fly separately?
That does my head in as well. What is it, a recipe of 8 spices?
11.
11?
Yeah.
Tell you what it is, mostly fucking salt. Let's get back to Meghan and Harry.
Look, I don't blame her for wanting to leave, yeah? You wouldn't want to hang around with that family, would you? Like, the nan's always down the Auxies. Yeah. The granddad's a racist. The uncle hangs around with pedos.
What's funny on me for?
Sorry.
Fucking hell. I knew I shouldn't have got these.
Sorry, Phil. It's just the glasses.
No offence, Phil, but you look like a pedo and the victim. OK, so, well, should we have a look and see whether Harry and Meghan are the most talked about thing?
Yes.
Yes, makes it. Harry and Meghan say they'd now like to split their time between spending your money in the UK and spending your money in Canada. Rob's team, what else of the nation are we talking about?
Oh, is it the return of Winter Love Island?
Have you seen it?
I love it. I prefer the summer one. I don't like wanking with a cold. But, yeah, it's a weird one this year, though. Like, it's called Love Island. It's in Cape Town. It's a big old island, isn't it, Africa? I mean, I'm a bit disappointed it weren't proper Winter Love Island. It's just the same, isn't it? So I thought it was going to be like, you know, like shriveled dicks, freezing cold, in the Arctic, rock-hard nipples, jizz icicles hanging from the ceiling. Proper winter.
That means you've got to do body shaving in the winter. I do admire. Most of the time, it looks like an unsponsored roundabout there. From about October to May.
It's like an unsponsored roundabout down there.
In winter.
Catherine, what do you think?
So I watched the show. I'm a mid-30s lady, and I'm so distracted.
Are we letting that go? Yeah. No, if everyone else is letting it go, I'll let it go. Yeah, mid-30s, yeah. Go on.
You know exactly how old I am. You adopted me. Anyway.
He was a small Thai boy. I've had a lot of work done. So, you watch it, right? You love it.
I am distracted by the lack of skincare and sun protection it's really making it impossible for me to watch. I can see them cooking, I can smell it. And it's really upsetting for me. Like, it's just gonna be Melanoma Island.
I was in South Africa once and I got burnt through a T-shirt. I didn't know that was a thing. I was on the beach and I got sunburned through a T-shirt. And it's about time someone said it. Gingers get too much flack. Blondies burn the same.
Yeah.
For years and years, gingers have taken it. Oh, blondes go, we're dead. We cannot take it. I burnt through a T-shirt, mate.
Done a thing?
Yeah, I went to Jamaica, I put 50 on my head every day, redhead. Well, where do you go beyond 50?
You can't get a 90.
You can't get a 90.
You can get a 90.
I saw 100 once.
Did you?
Yeah.
Spencer, what's your secret to tanning? What do you put oil on? I mean, you're incredibly...
Bit of oil, yeah.
You put oil on?
Oil with no factor. You got antibiotics because he got blisters all over his lips.
Ages ago.
No, that was 2 weeks ago.
He got blisters on his lips and he told you that was sunburn, did he? I just went into town, love. I got terrible sunburn. On my winky as well, I can't believe it.
You're the colour I want my decking to be.
Decking.
Actually, can I take you to B&Q and get you colour match? Yeah. Phil, I've noticed you've been conspicuously absent on the last couple of series of Love Island. Do you watch the show? Are you considering going on at some stage?
Well, I mean, this story does come out every time a series of Love Island is on. You know, the newspapers go, oh, more people have applied to be on Love Island than applied to Oxford and Cambridge. And now I went to Cambridge, and it was a toss-up.
I think Love Island's quite a toss-up some nights.
Plus, Phil, you're thinking, oh, Oxford, Cambridge, Love Island, do I want 50 grand of debt or £500,000 and a blowjob in a hammock? It does seem like the better option. And those kids are never going to university. They think the labor leadership contest is like who gives birth the quickest. They don't know anything.
Nadine, what do you think of Love Island?
I think it's all right. I think, like, there's only so many thongs you can see before you're like, oh, I'm kind of over it.
I do
you know,
not
but
agree.
I feel...
I could not disagree more strongly.
I kind of think, like, and they really, like, zoom right into the bums, too. Like,
it's the only thing that gets you through the conversations, though, isn't it? Some days, and they sort of lie about what they want. They go, I'm here to find love. You're not, are you? Just be honest. Just like, I'm here...
Bit of fame.
Well, yeah, I want 1 million Instagram followers, a boohoo deal, and a scaffolder from Wigan to fuck my head off. That's what I want. See you later.
But that's what Ollie said, Rob. He left because he said, oh, I found out after 3 days, the posh hunter left. He said, no, I miss my ex-girlfriend. I'm in love with her, and this is about finding love. And I was sad to see him go because I think the planet's wildlife were a lot safer while he was in.
Yeah. And his ex-bird doesn't want to get back with him. It was because of the...
How do you know that? How do you even know anything
about
about
this? It said it in the Daily Mail. It's true.
We know.
Have you two thought about maybe breaking up?
We absolutely love each other. She's got this profound love of the Daily Mail, and I just can't read it.
Yeah, but once you learn to read, you'll be able to get involved.
She's got.
Oh. Well, let's have a look and see if Love Island is up there. Yes, it's Love Island. In the age of Me Too and political correctness, Love Island is essentially ITV2's way of saying, go on, treat yourself, have a wank. Rob Steen.
Is it Big Ben Bong? They want the Big Ben to bong for Brexit. Big Ben bong sounds like a white bloke with dreadlocks that can get you weed.
I was just thinking that.
Have you asked Big Ben bong?
Yeah.
Great guy.
Tabloids love alliteration, don't they? They could have gone a bit further with it. What about big bong, big bang, bulldog Brexit? Bung us a bone, you bloody bastards.
I love it. I can't wait to hear it. I'm so glad that we've taken back control from the frivolous EU to talk about spending £500,000 on a giant clock.
Does anyone know why it's going to cost 500k to ring the...
Exactly,
to bang the bell?
Clapper
I
is
think
missing, you said.
I think it might be because some of Rob's family are involved in the building work.
Yeah.
How much?
How do we lose the clapper?
Get it done in 2 weeks, you're having a fucking laugh, mate.
How badly... what kind of state is this bell in? Just get a new bell. For 500 grand, I'll get you a bell. Give me 500 grand, I'll get you a bell you can bong.
Well, I can tell you, Big Ben's bong campaign for Brexit is not one of the most talked about things this week. Please feel free to write into the show telling us Big Ben is only the name of the bell and the building itself is actually named the Elizabeth Tower. And don't forget to mark your envelopes pedantic twat. OK, one more thing to get. Fingers on buzzers. The best story of the week.
Is it Gwyneth Paltrow's fanny candle?
Yes.
Tell me everything you know about this.
She's made a candle that smells the same as her vagina.
Yes.
Thank God it wasn't just me that I thought I was the only one who heard about this.
She's selling sex dust as well, isn't she?
What, sorry?
Sex dust.
What is sex dust?
What does
I
that
think
do?
it's the stuff they scrape off the sheets after she's... put it in a bag.
Do a line of it. OK.
I feel sorry for her kids. Imagine going to school, your name's already Apple, right? And someone comes up and goes, I know what your mum's fanny smells like. And they do.
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow also sells vagina eggs. That it's like resistance training for drug mules. You put like an egg up yourself and then you like go around all day and go to your CEO job or whatever, and then you have really strong pelvic floor.
And a lovely boiled egg when you get home. No, it's an extraordinary story. So Gwyneth Paltrow's lifestyle brand Goop has released a candle called This Smells Like My Vagina.
It sounds like an accident. This smells like my vagina.
But
it sounds like...
Here's a picture of the candle everyone's making a fuss about. Doesn't look like much, does it? We couldn't get the candle. It's $75, but it's sold out.
It's sold out because Chris Martin bought them all to reminisce. He just lit them all in one room, just remembering.
You could release a candle, couldn't you? Like a knob candle.
Yeah.
That smells of, like, Parmesan and jizz and WD-40.
Just stick a wick in a bit of a gorgonzola. Don't get me wrong, right? Don't get me wrong here. I love a vagina.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, the smell's not my favourite part.
It's all about context, isn't it?
Yeah.
You want to smell a vagina when you're expecting to smell a vagina. It's like toast.
Yes.
If you're making toast and you can smell toast, great.
And if you can't...
If you're not making toast and you can smell toast, you need to call an ambulance.
It's a stroke.
Well, we've had one made up. I don't know if you can read that, but we got the ingredients from their website of what was in it.
What's in it?
It's citrusy bergamot.
Bergamot?
She wishes it smelled like bergamot.
Have a little, have a go on that. Is that what yours?
No, it's not.
Let's have a look.
Well, I don't know. I don't smell it myself.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
You're as many as hell now.
I'll be the judge of this. Oh, yeah, darling, it's remarkably similar.
It's a very nice candle.
Every single person who sees that candle is going to want to smell it, aren't they? Because,
No way.
Because,
Chris Martin would not have got divorced.
Rob, let me give the other guys a go.
It's a lovely candle.
It is a nice candle.
Very nice.
You know the Goop thing isn't hers either.
It's not her Goop.
No. It's a bunch of investors paid her to be the spokesperson for it. It's not her company.
Whose vagina have I just sniffed then? So many questions.
Excuse me, on this side, we think our vaginas smell like this.
That is exactly what my vagina smells
Because,
Phil,
like,
go in and find out.
We'll just...
So big.
Go on, Phil.
Phil, listen. Always clean.
Wow.
Listen, if it's really clean, I'm buying it.
Yeah, but that is like fresh out the bath.
Yeah.
Smell. That ain't like after a night out dancing.
That's all in the fine print.
That is weekend away, spa break, fresh out the bath smell there.
This smells like Gwyneth... Yeah, it does say that in small print, actually. I've just seen it. This smells like Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina, fresh out the bath.
I want 3 a.m. at Tiger edition.
Whoa, gamey.
Yeah.
Willies don't smell great either. Let's not all smell great.
I made a fucking candle of it.
Exactly. No one's trying to make you smell
I'll
it.
tell you why my willy doesn't smell nice, because it's just been in a vagina. That's a new low for us, isn't it? OK, let's see if it's up there. Yes, it's Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina-scented candle. Gwyneth Paltrow so up herself, and so are her candles. Gwyneth Paltrow's got married again recently. Who's the lucky fellow? Chris Martin. He's well shot of her. So those were the nation's most popular talking points. But in other news, The Masked Singer has been a huge hit. I love it. You're constantly thinking, who is it? Who is it? And then they're unmasked, and you think, who is it? The Oscar nominations. The Irishman has 10 nominations. In the film, they use de-aging technology, first developed for Katherine Ryan.
Do you know how livid I was when I saw that? Like, you've had anti-aging technology this whole time? Move on.
You're probably upset now, but we can't tell.
Jimmy! Your face hasn't changed for 15 years. I don't know what's happening.
I got photographed yesterday by a guy that photographed me 15 years ago, and I do look...
Wow.
The same. But it's not any better. I still look like a fucking haunted doll. At the end of that round, Rob's team have 2 points, Catherine's team have 1 point. Catherine's team, what do you think the nation will be talking about the last week?
It's gotta be Megxit. Meghan and Harry have left the UK to go to Canada. They would rather live on Vancouver Island with cougars, wolves, black bears. The royal family's bad. Do you remember how happy Prince Harry looked in Afghanistan? He went for a break.
So Harry and Meghan have moved to Canada.
Yep.
And we've got you.
Yep.
It makes perfect sense, though, because obviously Meghan felt that the UK media coverage was racist, and obviously Canada's a very liberal country, and Justin Trudeau, they got the first black prime minister, so...
But let it be a lesson to us all, ladies. Do not do what Doria did. She's a fine woman from a good family, Meghan's mother. Everyone likes her. She's still involved with the couple. And then she went out, she saw some daytime television lighting director, banged him, and now there's a whole world of trouble. And she and I have a similar talent. I have the superpower, actually, it's kind of a secret. I can take garbage cum and turn it into a princess. And so can Doria. You gotta research. If you're gonna have unprotected sex, you need to deep dive on the family. You need to know who he is and where he's from. Otherwise, generations later, you got Thomas Markle up your ass.
You're not going to get pregnant like that.
I read that they announced or they discussed the departure in a royal family WhatsApp group. Yeah. And now I can't stop imagining that the Queen's WhatsApp name is just a crown emoji.
Imagine that it's Prince Philip's typing. Oh, fuck.
Rob, what do you think?
The thing is, they've had their title stripped. They're not HRH anymore. Are they? That's gone. So does it mean that, like, stuff like the brown sauce has got more of a royal seal of approval than Prince Harry now?
I'm not sure about brown sauce.
Yeah, OK. Should have picked a different sauce.
Of all the sauces.
Of all the sauces. Prince Philip's going, I'm not having brown sauce in this. JC.
Yes.
JC, the JC. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
What do you make of this Harry and Meghan thing? Because they don't like the press attention.
I feel that the best thing they can do, ultimately, in life, all you want is to see people happy. If they're happy in Canada, let them go to Canada.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
OK. Good.
Let them go and do a day's hard work and see what we all have to do.
I mean, Gemma...
hang on. What's the last day's work you did?
Jimmy.
I suppose you fucked Daj, yeah.
Jimmy!
That don't take a day.
But what's the average working day for the GC? Are you a legend?
Yes,
What do you do?
Well, I wake up at 4. I do some meditation.
Boy, come on.
4 in the afternoon?
No, 4 a.m. 4 in the morning. I always wake at 4 because it's the only peace and quiet I get to like do my emails.
That's meditation now, is it?
Yeah. So,
emails, meditation. Yeah.
well, yeah, I wake up, have a cup of tea, meditate, think, right, let's seize the day, do my emails, and then literally...
Back to bed for 5 hours.
No. I'll be picked up about 7 o'clock. I go into my boutique, I sort the stock out, then I'll have some TV work, meetings, I do a podcast.
What's your podcast?
Jimmy! It's the #1 podcast.
For
Jimmy
who?
Collins podcast.
You can get loads of information on there. Gardening, crystals. Gemma's mum pops on with some advice.
Yes. It's the next best thing out there that will change your life.
Yeah, but will it make it better?
Because you have a lot of paparazzi following you.
All the time. I've had to move 3 times. I always give people a fake address now.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
How do they get to your house?
That's a good question. Sometimes I get followed. I have been followed. You know.
Sometimes they just follow the Deliveroo driver.
Yeah. Me and Stormzy are the only people in the UK to have a Deliveroo Platinum card.
Deliveroo Platinum. Tell me everything about this. Because
So-
it used to be the thing was like the Nando's black card was the shit. Yeah. What's this?
It's only me and Stormzy.
Do you have to eat together?
No. I'd love to eat
What
with
do you get?
Stormzy.
Is it free Deliveroo?
I think it's like £12,000 a year. Whoa. Or it might be 6,000.
Wow. And we're sort of halfway through January, so that's gone now.
Yeah. That went weeks ago.
What's your favourite? What's your go-to on Deliveroo?
I've got to say, I love a bit of Pizza Hut. I'm not going to lie, I do
Old
love
school.
a pizza. Or the brown derby from Wimpy.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the best.
The
brown derby. Donut, ice cream on top, loads of chocolate sauce and lashings of nuts.
Lashings of nuts. That's what they do in Saudi Arabia, isn't it?
You're a vegan, yes?
Well... Jimmy, I started off being a vegetarian. I'm more vegan now because I've then become very aware lately
Bullshit,
of how...
sorry.
No, recently I was shown how the cows are treated to get the milk. Hence, I now drink oatmeal every day.
Have you seen what they've done to those oats, though?
And if the real truth was told of how they get milk from cows, trust me, no one would be drinking it.
How do they get milk from cows? Because I think they milk them.
No!
What-
Jimmy, I will have to send you some videos on it.
Jimmy, they forcibly impregnate the
Thank
mom.
you.
They take the baby away, and then the cow's a prisoner, and she's milked and milked. It's Handmaid's Tale for cows.
OK, Meghan and Harry. Let's have a look and see if Megxit is up there. Yes, of course, Harry and Meghan. Meghan and Harry will no longer be funded by the taxpayer. Instead, they'll be funded by Prince Charles with money he gets from the Queen, who's funded by the taxpayer. Everyone in the royal family is really upset with Harry and Meghan, apart from Prince Andrew, who can't believe he's fucking luck. OK, Robstein, what else has the nation been talking about?
Donald Trump's been knocking around, hasn't he?
Oh, he has been knocking
Davos, impeachment. I can't take impeachment seriously. It's got peach in it. A peach is a joke in the fruit world, never mind in politics. You furry fucker. Who cares about peach?
Sorry, what's the serious fruit, Rob?
Apple.
Right.
Which you'd be interested to learn Rob can eat through a fence.
Yeah. He's been impeached because he, rung someone in the Ukraine. I was like, of all the things he's done, he's been grabbing pussies, bombing around. He's given a geezer in Ukraine a bell and everyone's fuming.
He held money back from the Ukraine. That's why he got impeached, wasn't it? Don't be so shocked that I know.
How's money? You're still holding me, though.
I know. Something to do with money.
Katherine, what do you think?
It's big news, but he's going to stay in. And he's got OJ's team backing him, OJ's defense team. You might as well just put a T-shirt on that says, I did it, but I have money.
He did a tweet on the day saying, "I just got impeached for making a perfect phone call," and I just makes me think. I wish all the other presidents had Twitter and would just live tweet history.
Yeah.
JFK, lovely day for an open-top drive.
Oh. What's a perfect phone call?
A perfect phone call is when you make someone come and paint your nails at the same time.
Thank you, Harriet.
Correct.
You're welcome.
You are really funny.
And Gemma, a lot of people going with the laughter at jokes rather than the "you are very funny." Like a mental robot from the future.
He hasn't even turned up for the trial.
Trump's not turned up to the trial.
He's in Switzerland.
Yeah, he's in Davos.
Doing a speech about sustainability and climate change with, 7 helicopters, a jet and 5 jeeps.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Like, they all flew in, all these world leaders, on like private jets to talk about climate change. It'd be like if I went to go and see my husband to talk about how I must stop cheating on him, but I just like rode in on a stranger's dick.
I like the mime that goes with it.
American presidents have always been, like, crazy, haven't they? It's always, like, a war on something. If it's a war on drugs or war on terror. But his war is on saving the planet, which is quite worrying. Put that fire out. Start another one, come on!
To be fair, he is going to plant 1 trillion trees. He's just going to do it all the way along the Mexican border.
That would be a really weird thing for Liberals. If
It would. It'd be a real
we're
point.
going to plant the forest in a little strip along
Really
here.
close together.
That'd be a real... I'm exactly half in favour of that.
Isn't the thing with the wall that, like, that people are just climbing over it?
A lot of people just get a plane from Mexico to America.
Yeah. I don't think he considered the fact that walls stop. I genuinely think in his mind, he was like, we'll build a wall, and the wall just goes, like, to the end of time. Yeah. But people just...
A space wall.
We're just watching Game of Thrones and went, yeah, one of them.
Get me someone on the phone. Have the Mexicans got a dragon?
Yeah.
They got a zombie dragon, because if they haven't, they never get through it.
I know that I watch some of the social media when this show goes out, and people will be saying, oh, it's typical lefty show. They're slagging off Trump. Well, he's getting impeached. If Stormzy was getting impeached, we'd discuss that too. They're like, well, what about when Bill Clinton was impeached? I was 12.
The thing is that he's so good at doing whatever he wants. It's unbelievable. It's like a superpower. Like, he's like your mate who's always in the pub on a Friday and Saturday, and all your other mates going, how's he getting away with that? He's got a wife and 3 kids. He's at every stag do. How is he doing it? What is his secret?
Like, I heard that the reason why that he attacked Iran was because the leader that he killed made, like, rude memes about him. Memes. So you have all these, like, deep, conspiracy-based political ideas, and Trump's like, no, I didn't like that meme.
That's not about Trump. That's quite good.
I'm so good at everything.
Gemma, what do you make of Trump?
One, how the hell did he get...
Your fake tan recipe.
Yeah. One, how the hell did Donald Trump get to be president?
Oh, sorry, you missed that.
You're so late on that.
Sorry.
Gemma, seriously, that years ago.
1 minute he's in Trump Towers.
Yes, he was the presenter of The Apprentice.
Yeah.
And then he became...
President.
Yeah.
There's
4
hope
years
for
ago.
me yet. There's hope for me yet.
Yes!
What, would you run for office?
Well, I think I could do one day. If Donald Trump can do it, the GC can do it. He clearly is very strange. And he's the president of the United States.
Yes.
This
Yes.
is a concern and a worry.
I like the way you talk to me like I've just arrived from space.
She doesn't know about Brexit yet.
Well, the reason I'm talking like this because I'm having to think as I'm talking.
Yeah, it's a
to you.
nightmare, isn't it?
Let's have a look and see if Donald Trump is up there. Yes, of course, Donald Trump. Sending Donald Trump to a climate change conference makes about as much sense as sending Mary Berry to Love Island. Trump's impeachment has started, but the question is Trump guilty? And the answer is yes. Yes, he is. OK, fingers on buzzers. Rob's team.
Is it the Amazon bloke getting his phone hacked, Jeff Bezos?
Jeff Bezos, yes. Take a look at him. It's the world's richest thumb.
There he is.
He's worth $115 billion. So I'd fuck him.
Yeah.
So they reckon that the Saudis hacked his phone.
Yeah.
To be fair to the Prince of Saudi Arabia, he just wanted to know where his fucking parcel was.
Yeah.
He got a note for the door saying he weren't in, so he left it in Bahrain.
What did they find on his phone? That he was cheating on his partner?
Allegedly, the Saudi Arabians hacked his phone, got into it, found out that he was having an affair, and then leaked that to the National Enquirer, who then ruined his marriage.
Right.
And then he had to have the largest divorce in human history.
But Saudi Arabia's denial wasn't a denial. It was just like, that's absurd. And you know, all the ladies know, when a man is like, oh, why would I go down on your friend when I have you? That is a rhetorical, that is not a denial. Cheated on me.
Oh, one time, Catherine. Stop going on about it. GC, have you ever been hacked?
I have had incidents where I've been talking on the phone and I feel like someone has tapped in.
Well, you just chatting to someone else, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Are you saying you've been chatting on the phone and someone else got a word in edgeways?
Yeah.
Hang on, who's that?
They're saying that he sent a video file that he opened, and when he opened that video file, then it got into his phone. But, like, what kind of WhatsApp video files are you getting from the Prince of Saudi Arabia? What is he? Oh, not another beheading. Come on, mate. Just reply. You coming to the stag do or not? Men's WhatsApps are disgusting. Some of the filth I get sent, I don't even know the geezer's armo. I get caught up on a five-a-side football group, and they're just getting fannies out of nowhere. It just gets sent to me. Yeah, sometimes I do forward it on. But what I'm saying is... And then when before when I couldn't find out, they get saved to the camera roll. Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, there's an iPad of doom knocking around my house.
I think the problem for Jeff Bezos is that he looks like a dick pic. So it's confusing about what's him and what's the dick pic.
I don't understand dick pics. It happens all the time, and is there any woman who's like, oh, yeah, can't wait?
No, and they take the photo. It's not like a nice, garden background. They take it over the toilet.
Have you ever got a dick pic where you thought, do you know what, I'm not interested sexually, but what a photo?
That as my background.
Yeah. Just like because basically, because you want the girl to like you, but also really like you, so you can have it out like, Batsy Dog's Home in the background. Look, my dick's out, but I do charity work.
No, honestly, about 2 months ago, I got airdropped a dick pic in the tube.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
What the fuck is that? So they're in the immediate vicinity.
Oh,
so
right.
it became like this weird...
Yeah, but surely you must have noticed them getting their dick out on the tube. Right, do you know what I would have done? Pulled the emergency cord and went, everyone get their fucking dicks out. I'm not leaving until I see it.
Well, I can tell you it's not one of the most talked about things, but Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world, which I'm sure will be a great comfort to him when his dismembered body parts are being stuffed into a series of duffel bags by Saudi security services. OK, one more thing to get. What else have the nation been talking about?
Is it my favourite weekend indulgence, The Masked Singer, hyphen when commissioners take ketamine?
I'd also imagine that somewhere in the UK, someone has just done a bunch of mushrooms and had a bit of like a tough time, and then a friend's gone, listen, we'll just get you back. We'll get you back to the house. We'll have a cup of tea or chill out, just put on some Saturday night television. And go,
But that's the best bit is when they take off the mask. It's all these mad costumes, and then at the end they're just going, take it off, take it off. And then they take off the mask, and then the crowd go, who is that? Who is that? Judges go like, they're like, oh my God, who's it going to be? I think it might be Adele. If it was Adele, just fuck everyone else off and have her for an hour. Yeah. You're not going to waste Adele by dressing up as a fucking tree, are you?
Right, have you been watching it?
Yeah, my favourite bit was when... Did you see it? Rita Ora was in love with the chameleon, and she was like in love. She thought it might be like Idris Elba, and she was like really in love. And then he took off his head, and it was Justin Hawkins from The Darkness, and she was literally like, she was so upset. Like her horror was like every woman when their Tinder date walks in. It was like she'd rather fuck a lizard than Justin from The Darkness.
It's absolutely true. The chameleon's dick was heavily fetishized. during the entire recording. They kept zooming in. It really made it look like he had a big penis. And then it was a whole segment on a morning chat show. Is it okay to fancy a chameleon? Like the nation was gripped by this.
Yeah, but to be fair, we don't like a dick that can change colour. I think they should do a collaboration with Naked Attraction. You get celebrities, and then you just have to work out who it is by their knob or fanny. And then the judges could be like, oh, it's either Anthony Joshua or Timmy Mallet. I'm not sure who. It's either or.
Gemma, have you seen The Masked Singer?
I have. I was actually asked to appear in the Australian version.
Brilliant. Why didn't you do it?
Because...
No one knows who the fuck you are in Australia. I've just got to check in with Jordan. Jordan, are you the monster?
No, it's not me. It is quite enthralling
So
trying
you're
to
the
figure
monster,
out.
I'm the hedgehog.
Why are you actually the hedgehog?
Yeah.
Are you the hedgehog? Are you the hedgehog? Are you the hedgehog?
I definitely would do
It's
it
me,
and
so-
have done it, and I'm the hedgehog. I fucking win it. Put a bet.
No, Jimmy can't do it. Look at the size of Jimmy's head. If you put anything else on it, you'd crack a vertebrae. He's not...
His shoulders
Not
couldn't
on
take it. He'd just fall over like that.
Let's see if the Masked Singer's up there. Yes, it's the Masked Singer! The Masked Singer is South Korea's second most popular TV format after The Dog's Bollocks, their #1 rated cooking show. In this week's news, Muller, the yoghurt people, have been criticised by doctors over their range of alcohol-flavoured yoghurts. So I got some for us to try.
Yes.
These are gin and tonic flavoured yoghurts. Grab those. There you go. Perfect. Lovely. Hang on. JC, you grab those.
Oh, and they're light.
0.5%.
They're not vegan. I'm going to have to try this, aren't I? Because I'm on this show.
You haven't taken much convincing. If you're a vegan, I totally respect
I tell you what, they are delicious, though.
No, leave it. Leave it.
They are. They are delicious. Have you tried it?
No. I respect you as a vegan. I couldn't allow you. Don't feel compelled because you're on the show, Gemma.
Rob, so
Is that
delicious.
It really is nice.
Oh, that's everything you want, isn't it?
It's like, because it's sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob, please. All right, let me just smell it.
No, have a taste. Go
Oh,
in.
yeah.
There weren't many
Wow.
I can't believe you put Rob and Gemma next to each other. It's like a before and after photo at a transgender clinic.
It actually is.
What do you think, Harriet?
I don't want to be a dick, but try and be a vegan.
Well done.
Are you a vegan?
Yes.
OK, so that's how a vegan would deal with that situation.
Well, it feels to me like someone at Muller is an alcoholic and they've caught him drinking at his desk and he's gone, what? No research.
It just, for me, just tastes like a lemony yoghurt with a little hint of something, but that something could be that it's just 2 days out of date. It's just, if you trade it off, don't you? You're not having a prawn 3 days out of date. I can take a yoghurt. I'm not a pussy.
Yeah.
It's quite boozy, though, isn't it? I am absolutely mullered.
Finn Taylor, everyone. Finn Taylor. So those were the nation's most popular talking points. But in other news, schools have begun giving out free sanitary towels. Nothing new. We had free periods back when I was in school. And Prince Andrew may lose his 24-hour security detail, which I don't think will bother him because he's never allowed to leave the house again. At the end of that round, Rob, Harriet and Gemma have 1 point. Katherine, Jordan and Finn have 2 points. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 3 most popular talking points. Catherine's team, what do you think the nation will be talking about this week?
I think the nation are talking about Winter Love Island. Of course, we have Ovi from Good Love Island. It isn't as good now, Jimmy, because we're being considerate, and being considerate sucks as entertainment. It's like if you did Total Wipeout in a soft play. There's no more smoking section. I haven't seen anyone banging or even getting fingered. Are you watching the show?
Yeah, I catch it.
You catch it? The show, or...? When were you on the island?
This last summer that went, I went into Casa Amor. Was in there for 4 weeks, and it was a good holiday, man.
Now, who did you hook up with when you were in there?
I ended up leaving with India.
That's a lot of people, isn't it? Mate, good looking, but that's a hard task, the whole of India.
Rosie, you like Ovi as well, right? Yeah. What would you do? I mean, you're a lesbian lady, but you'd...
Honestly, I'm very, very, very gay. But honestly, I want you to do things to me that I only want to do to women. I will let you slam dunk me.
Rosie, you do not want to go straight to Ovi. You want to get yourself like a starter rod.
On Love Island, though, there's been loads of complaints. They think the storylines are fake. If you've got a problem with fake stuff, come on, forget about the storylines. Start on the teeth and the tits. Come on.
What are you saying about fake teeth? Some of us aren't as blessed as you, Rob. You got more than your share, that's what happened.
I think Ovi smashed it, though, because you went in there, everyone loved you, come out of it quite cool, there was no proper drama, and because you do basketball, you know, like the pundit on Sky Sports of basketball, so you've nailed it. You've sort of got your thing you do like that. All the others are like, oh, look, JD Sports, oh, teeth one, and stick that up my arse, oh, hashtag gifted. It's pathetic.
The other big controversy this year has been the noise of the kissing. Apparently the kissing's been too loud on Love Island. Your year was fine. This year, way too loud with the kissing. Take a look.
Just feel alive.
Fucking easy, Josh.
Was that kissing? It sounded like a Wellington boot being pulled out of mud.
The sound guy's just backstage fisting a jar of Marmite. I would rather listen to the audio from One Born Every Minute than that.
Joel, do you watch Love Island?
I do. Me and my wife were watching it, and she said the kissing was too loud, and I agreed to stop doing it. And it's the only thing though that gets me is when it's just turn it down.
It's so hard right now.
Yeah. It sounds like when you've got a yoghurt, no spoon, and a lot of ambition. I don't know if I'm getting older on this series or, like, it's just that I found myself not, like, looking at the women on it. I'm just like, oh, it looks lovely or not. Just, like, lie there with a book, have a dip.
Well,
a few years ago, my cock nearly fell off.
Katherine, what do you think?
I was just going to say it's insulting that they will scrape the bottom of the barrel with straight people before they'll even remotely consider putting a lesbian in there. Like, there should be... Why are there never any gay people?
Well, you have to be that dumb to fuck men.
I suppose. It makes sense now. Although you can't have a lesbian island because they all just couple up in the first week, buy cats and do DIY, and then... but just nobody would watch it. It would be like, oh, they're still together. Cool.
40 years on, they're still together. It's where they've slightly run out of conversation this year.
Yeah.
Here's the girls talking about their favourite number.
Clearly, she's just overcompensating because that's the number she can count to. You know when someone's like, oh, 11's as high as I could go, and she's just like, I love 11. Don't ask me about the teens. It gets real complicated. 11's the best one.
Right, I know that I'm no one to talk, but I can't understand a fucking word about that.
Well, I can tell you, Love Island is not one of the most talked about things, but contestant Connor opened up about having a threesome on a first date. I finally persuaded my girlfriend to have a threesome. I can't wait to hear how it went. OK, Rob, what else did the nation be talking about this week?
Well, we had Brexit Day.
Oh, yes.
31st of Jan, Brexit Day. And there was a special 50p coin with a quote on it about Brexit. And
which I think after Brexit's worth about 30p.
yeah, it's worth 30p now. And the Euro did one. They did a special a Euro coin with "fuck off" written on it. So it's been a lovely weekend for everyone involved.
And here's the coin. Sajid Javid holding it. There he is. Cool. Look at that. He's like Gollum, isn't he? Precious. My precious.
I quite like the coin. I mean, I think that it was nice of them to put something, like, kind on it. Like it could have been more on the nose, like, fuck immigrants, or I'd rather not have healthcare than have a brand doctor. You know, like, they could have...
That's on the tea towel.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
I don't think we need another day. Brexit Day. It's on this. We've got Christmas Day, New Year's Day, Pancake Day, St Swithin's Day, whatever the fuck that is. But yeah, there's too many days. I've already got Battle of the Boyne in my calendar. Always in there. What the hell is Battle of the Boyne? I swear, it happens 8 times a year in my calendar. I don't know. I thought, should I be doing something? It's Battle of the Boyne. We get the boys round, Battle of the Boyne, innit? Get a pizza, a couple of beers, have a barbecue. What for? It's Battle of the Boyne. How could we forget? Every other month.
It's a perfect embodiment of Englishmen and their own history. What is the Battle of the Boyne?
What is the Battle of the Boyne? Do you know the Battle of the Boyne?
Well, I have to, yeah, because it actually affected us. But the thing is...
OK, oh no.
It's William of Orange, isn't it? It's,
Yeah.
It's a feisty one.
Surprise, you're the bad guys.
Joel, what do you think?
I like that they're making it a day. I think it's nice because it's just before Valentine's Day, but it's kind of exactly the opposite. You know, Valentine's Day is about getting together, and this is the day where, you know, tearing people apart. And I think they should make it more of a thing. Make greeting cards, you know? Go for it. Like, passports were red, now they were blue. Get the fuck out of my country, we're not in the EU, something like that.
I like it.
Something like that.
The Tory party brought out a commemorative tea towel.
Of course.
Which is, it's quite something. Yeah, I gave it to my cleaner Magda as a going-away present.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Why have they used a picture of me? I'm out of order. Got Brexit done. Yeah, he came in at the last minute, though, isn't it? It's like going, I got the barbecue done, and you come in just to get the burgers off the grill. Oh, yeah. Theresa May's been down a garage getting fucking gas for it.
How nice!
Andy.
Theresa May should be sat at home watching this going, yeah, fucking fine. Someone appreciates me.
I checked the weather, I said, are you doing anything for Battle of the Boyne? Let's celebrate!
OK, so, Nigel Farage signed off from the European Parliament with all the grace you'd expect.
Anthea Turner don't take any shit, does she? Well, it's Anne Widdecombe there as well.
Yeah. It was all the virgins and flags.
This is the thing. If they want to, because I want to be balanced, I know a lot of people have voted leave because they do believe it will be better for the working class. They do believe it will be better for the NHS. They have empathy and they want to make things better. But people like that don't celebrate a win in such a dickhead way. Like, I know a lot of women campaigned in Ireland for abortion rights, but then when they won, we didn't walk up and down the street like, just chucking the morning after pill around. And we didn't behave that way because we genuinely just wanted to help. And this is what puts me off, is that man and Anne Widdecombe and all their stupid friends. Brexit has terrible ambassadors. You gotta watch Nigel Farage talk. It's a bit like a cross between Last Night of the Proms and a fight outside a kebab shop.
Kebab? Kebab, are we letting kebab go?
We say kebab and aluminum.
Yeah. Well, you're in this country now.
I say bagel.
Bagel? What's a bagel?
Bagel? What? Fucking go back to where you came from. It says it on the fucking coin.
Shove your bagels up your arse.
Catherine, go back to where you came from and take me.
Ovi, what do you think?
I think it's a scary time, like, in the world. The leader of our country, the leader of America. You know, we've got one that comes down on zip lines with flags hanging out. And, you know, Trump's been on bloody WWF. So when you think about these people making, like, the big calls now, like, it's weird. It's very scary, man.
Yeah. I tell you, the scariest thing is Ovi from Love Island's talking sense. Yeah. Rosie, what do you reckon?
See, I don't get it, because even though we've left, we've still got to stay in the rules to the end of the year. It's like we're at a party, we put our coat on, and we're going, this party is fucking shit. You're all boring. I shall your sister. Right, I'll have one more drink.
That's exactly what's going on. Well, let's have a look and see if Brexit's up there. Yes, indeed, it's Brexit. Britain is no longer in Europe, but what we are in is deep shit. Now Britain has finally left the EU, politicians are free to focus on important things like working out how to get Britain back into Europe. OK, fingers on buzzers. What do you think?
Is it Prince Andrew's failure to cooperate with the FBI? Because it seems like someone who grew up being told he was better than us has turned around and acted like he's better than us.
You know he can't sweat? I reckon it's just all stored in his neck.
Well, he says he can't swear, but I think an interview with the FBI might really test that to the limit.
Yeah. They should interview him in a sauna. He crumbled if Emily make this. Imagine the FBI. He'd just be like in full panic mode. Like, I'll take a seat. Oh, I can't actually. I haven't got an arse. It got blown off in the Falklands. Where to go?
I think he wants to cooperate with the FBI. It's just that, you know, since Epstein died, there's nowhere convenient for him to stay in America. No, it's hard.
Well, he's been the Queen's rock. They're like, Andrew is the Queen's rock. But a rock isn't always good. Like, sometimes it can be used to weigh down a sack of kittens in a lake.
Well, what do you think, Obi? Because, Obi, you've been on telly. You know what it's like to sort of come across well on television. If you had to be his sort of PR manager, what would you have suggested?
Oh, man, pray. That's a sticky one.
OK, let's have a look and see if Prince Andrew's up there.
He always is, dirty bastard.
Yes, it's Prince Andrew. You can say what you like about Prince Andrew, but... No, apparently you can't. OK, fingers on buzzers, one more thing to get.
Oh. Ooh. Is it the security threat to 5G from China?
What's the name of the phone company?
Huawei.
I think it's a Geordie chat-up line, isn't it? Huawei.
I think the real injustice is that it's not pronounced Huawei.
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 Huawei would be great. It'd be like Loughborough's boring, but Luga-Baruga. Who doesn't want to go to Luga-Baruga?
But they think that they'll spy on us through 5G. But
yeah.
Oh, I don't think I'm very interesting to spy on. Well, they're going to look at my phone. It's just me watching Dennis Bergkamp videos and a hardcore dwarf porn. And I know you can't say dwarf anymore, but you try Googling little person porn and not have the police round your house quicker than you can say Snow White Bukkake. I'm telling you.
OK, so 5G.
What's a G?
What's a G? This guy. Oh, that might be the dumbest thing I ever said.
It's fun, because 3G was quality for 8. There was no 1 or 2G. 3G was quality. 4G popped up for a bit. Now it's 5G. I mean, 3G's the OG of G.
Yeah. I mean, what next?
Gina G.
Gina G?
Gina G, yeah.
Really like Gina G.
Yeah, but she didn't get very good reception either.
That was the G spot, we couldn't find it.
It's not that hard hard.
Yeah.
No, but it's fascinating that people are so suspicious of them. But actually, it's not like you can really turn them down as Britain. Like, if you don't use these guys, then it's likely we'll just have to go back to dial-up. And to that I say, ni hao to our new technological
I suppose if we don't go with them, we've got Alan Sugar and Amstrad.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, we're using the Faxophone 3000.
But Trump's supposed to be sorting it out. He's gone, don't worry, Boris, I'll sort it out for you. It's like when you get a job priced up at home and then your mate goes, I can do that half the price, don't worry. And before you know it, you've got your mate round your house, you've paid him in cash up front, he's crying about his divorce, installing a 56k modem. Or you're digging out your VHS porn for an analogue wank.
Ovi, what do you make of this 5G? They reckon the Chinese are going to be able to spy on us. You worried?
Oh, God. Nah, I'm not the person to ask.
Well, you're dressed like a spy. Katherine, are you worried by Huawei?
I don't mind being spied on. You know, you can watch me all day. I'll make little asides to the camera like my very own Fleabag. I wouldn't mind it at all, but I don't understand G, and I don't understand why we can't make our own G. Do you know what I mean? Why do we need American G or Chinese G?
Chinese G sounds like a geezer.
Who's coming tonight? Mike, Phil, Chinese G.
I just don't get it. When it turns to anything technical, I don't understand what's going on. What's a G? It's a concept. It doesn't make any sense to. It's not tangible. This is how I feel about space. I'm so angry that people go to space. There are these new pictures of the sun under a microscope. I don't give a fuck about the sun. It could just be a fucking candle.
Has it been a tough week? You seem under a lot of stress.
Sometimes I forget that you were originally a ginger woman, and now I've seen you talk about the sun, and I'm like, there it is.
I'm very angry.
Let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, it's Huawei. Why is everyone so worried about the Chinese listening to our conversations? Just don't speak in Chinese. So those were the nation's most popular talking points, but in other news, it's been revealed that HS2 is going to cost £106 billion. It's the biggest waste of money since your mum bought that treadmill. Rob's team, what do you think the nation will be talking about?
Is it Philip Schofield coming out on this morning?
Yeah, Philip came out.
Yeah. Nice.
Amazing.
Yeah. He's come out. Do you think some people go like you see a lot of blokes go like, oh yeah, I could have told you that. Oh no, I know. Well, how? For me, he was just a bloke who presented telly. There was nothing. Yeah. It wasn't like he was presenting this morning with arse's chaps on and a hard hat. Do you know what I mean?
It's a pretty good way of getting out of buying a Valentine's present, though, isn't it? It's good timing.
It's really brave that he's done that, and also, you know, it's given me the courage to, you know, I'm not gay, but I need to come out and say that I am now middle class. Thanks, thank you.
What was the first sign?
The first sign was I watched the rugby.
You didn't eat a burger with a knife and fork, did you?
No, I'm not there yet. I'm not there
I've got to
yet.
say, I'm delighted for you, Rob, because as friends, we all thought something was going on, and we were saying he looks like he's known the taste of brioche, but, you know, you had to get there in your own time.
I've been dabbling with quinoa.
I know a few women who've been married 27 years, and I think it is every woman's dream to have her husband come out at exactly that time. You know, the kids are gone to college. You don't want to bang him anymore. All of a sudden, you've got your best friend to go shopping with, and all of a sudden, there are a lot of hot guys around the house. Win-win. If my husband doesn't come out after 27 years, I'm going to be pissed.
Well, let's see if it's up there. Yes, it's Philip Schofield. Of course, we all support Philip Schofield. It's just hard to process how Dancing on Ice could somehow get even gayer. Baffling. OK, Katherine, what else did the nation be talking about this week?
Is it the most successful parasite in Hollywood since Harvey Weinstein? Is it the Oscars?
The Oscars were this week, yeah, it was huge. Did you watch any of the movies? Did you watch Parasite?
Yes.
You did?
Have you seen it?
I don't see any Oscar movies because I don't like feelings.
Oh.
Well, there's no way for your face to express them now.
But I watched Parasite. It was freaking sick, and it was amazing to see. I mean, everyone thought it was 1917 was going to win because it won the BAFTA. Yeah. But I think in the BAFTAs, all the people voting thought they were filling out their birth year.
just give as well, like, you know, when the actors give a political speech, you know, it's great there's diversity on race and gender. I'd like some political diversity as well, because they're always, like, anti-establishment, you know? It'd be just nice if someone went up once in a while and said, you know what, sometimes tax cuts for the rich work, you know? And maybe 5 years old is too young for a child to pick their own gender. Anyway, love you, Hollywood. Love you, Hollywood.
The thing I've always thought, there's a lot of that emphasis on the loser's face at the Oscars, and they go, oh, they put a camera on someone to see them, like, they've got to pretend to be like, oh, happy for the other person. But I think you've just got to go hardcore, and I would just do my sex face.
Cool. So what's your... OK, so the award goes to Ramesh Ranganathan.
I'm just saying, if you do that 1 year, they'll never go to you again for the other nomination. Because they'll be like, oh, Beckett's up. Well, don't go on him. It's disgusting. Yeah. We've got
Is that actually your sex face?
I don't know. I've never had sex with me.
Do you not? you must have flobbed into the mirror and seen yourself. Everyone's done it.
You're suggesting that I've masturbated looking at myself in the mirror.
Anyone who's been on a long-haul flight has done it.
No!
Absolutely not.
It's not a Virgin flight anymore, is it?
This is it. This is the coronavirus super spreader. He's traveling all over the East, wanking on flights.
But the problem is now, whenever you're on a plane, everyone's going to be sitting there going, do you reckon he's had it yet?
I'll walk out the loo and go, ah!
Started going, bah!
Yeah.
So are you making eye contact with yourself when you do it?
Yeah.
No, but I think what Jamie was saying is, though, if you are in that toilet, the mirror's there, you can't not, but you don't seek out a mirror at home to do it, do you?
I don't hold up a mirror and look at myself. No.
There's one on walls.
Yeah, there is one, but I don't go to the mirror to have...
I get it, actually.
It's fucked up version of Beauty and the Beast. Just...
I had a friend at school who said he had a technique to it. What he used to do is he used to get tissue paper, and he would sellotape the tissue paper to his desk, and then he would put some tissue paper on the ground, and he would flob onto the tissue paper, and the weight of it would break off, and it would fall on the ground. And then he'd chuck it in the bin.
In class?
No, not in class!
Someone's wanking at a desk. How easy? We had it at this school.
We lived there because our parents hated us.
OK, the Oscars, everyone. The Oscars. That's right, we're talking about the Oscars. I can tell you the Oscars is not one of the most talked about things, but this year women and minorities cleaned up at the Oscars, but only after all the stars had left. Parasite swept the board at the Oscars. It's a Korean film with subtitles, which means, sadly, Rob will never get to enjoy it.
I'm not, you know, if I want to read, I'll read a book.
How's that caterpillar getting on?
That caterpillar... at the moment, peckish.
OK, fingers on buzzers. What else have the nation been talking about this week? Rob's team.
Well, it's been the first days of Brexit, hasn't it?
It was amazing how little changed. It was all a big build-up, and then it just felt remarkably similar.
It was a bit like, you know, when you agree to be boyfriend and girlfriend with someone? It's a big day and there's all lead-up excited, then nothing really happens. All that happens, you think, oh, this is going to be a mess when it goes wrong.
What do you mean? Do you say that?
Yeah. You have to ask someone to be their girlfriend.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you just fuck loads of other people anyway, so it don't really matter, does it?
It's very much a free trade agreement.
He's not a single market man.
No. He's not a rules guy.
I've heard good things about his withdrawal agreement.
The deal is what's worrying now. Everyone goes, well, what's the deal with Canada? I don't know. How come I'm not as famous as Celine? I don't know what Canada's deal is.
I've no idea what Canada's deal is.
Also...
I just know we got you. I don't know what they got.
You need, like, a motto. You know, you need, like, a...
What's yours, Jamie?
Mine's a good one.
Fuck it, I'm loaded.
Yeah.
No, what is it?
In Latin.
Mine is ask for forgiveness rather than permission.
Ah.
So, basically, fuck it, I'm loaded.
That's a real sex offender's credo, isn't it?
That's the Harvey Weinstein motto, isn't it? That's his defence.
No, you just do it then say sorry later, but, like, not as in that. You don't do that.
I love that Jamie's motto is, ask for forgiveness, not permission. Not that. The full thing is a good motto.
Do you know the weird things that's happened as well is that the Tories have now got to please the Northerners, and they're going really northern, aren't they?
Oh, they're going
super
so northern.
No one ever believes that you can be posh and northern, like me.
Are you posh northern?
Yeah, no one believes that outside of the north.
Where are you from?
Bradford.
Bradford.
Wait, but what's the difference between a posh northerner and a...
Well, a posh one don't live in Bradford.
It's the same as posh. So that it's just
No,
you
no,
know.
no, it
Sorry,
isn't.
sorry, Jimmy.
No, it
I
isn't,
am
and you
coming
know it
out
isn't.
as posh.
It sounds very different. It's hard to tell because you've still got the accent. Where
Yeah.
southern posh, you definitely have the posh accent.
I sound
I'm no
exactly the same
Jamie
as
Lang.
you.
I was born.
Say hello, my name's Rob.
Hello, we sound exactly the same.
I think it's time to be honest for Northerners as well. I think it's good that we get rid of this north-south divide. I know a lot of Northerners think that Londoners are unfriendly because when you get on the tube, no one's talking. It's not. We are, but when you get on, it's a bit like that bit in Toy Story when a human comes in the room. The moment you've gone, we're up going, you got a friend.
Does this mean now that we need underwater borders for fish?
Yeah, because do you know what they can do? France, if they restrict the fishing borders, they could just sprinkle fish food.
Yeah.
And then the fish will all go to Europe. And what are we going to eat?
I've seen it once and I'll say it again. These fish need passports.
Yep.
And they need to be laminated.
They can't be blue. But you can't have a blue passport.
That'll just blend in.
Also, a blue passport sounds like there's going to be some like tits in it. A blue passport.
I think that would work, though, because you're going to have longer queues now if you want to go to Europe with your blue passport. So if you open that baby up and your tits are there, right in. I used that kind of trick in college.
Yeah. Imagine arrivals in, like, Magaluf. The tits out queue would be as long as the normal queue.
It's the one area where women are at an advantage, really, isn't it? Because what's the male equivalent? You can't just show them the tip.
Bollock cleavage, just show a little bit, not too much. I mean, tasteful. Tasteful amount.
OK, let's see if it's up there. Yes, it's Brexit. Following our withdrawal from the EU, the pound is now worth less. Sorry, I've read that wrong. The pound is now worthless. As we're talking about Boris Johnson, time for a quick bonus round. Rob, Katherine, come and join me to play What's Boris Riding? The rules for What's Boris Riding are simple. I'll show you some pictures of Boris Johnson. You take it in turns to guess what he's riding. Can I get some dramatic lighting? Let's play What's Boris Riding. OK, Rob, you're up first. What's he riding?
Oh, I think that's a BMX.
OK, let's have a look.
Oh.
It's exactly right. He's nailed it. He's nailed it. I guess he misses his dad. Katherine, you're next.
There are different kinds of bikes.
Yeah, I can introduce you to a few.
What's he riding?
Like a pogo stick?
A pogo stick?
There's different types of stick.
OK, pogo stick, let's see.
A Boris bike.
Is this all going to be bikes?
Whoa.
I only know one type of bike.
Well, if you said bike, I think you would have got that.
Rob, you'll go.
OK.
What's he riding?
Oh. That's Arnold Schwarzenegger, yeah?
Yeah.
OK, so... it can't be bike again. I'm going to go for one of them, like, racing bike things.
A racing bike, OK, let's have a
go.
Oh,
fucking Boris bike again! Shit!
I mean,
I should have said bike!
If you're playing along at home, it's actually quite easy. OK, Katherine, you'll go. What's he riding there?
I think...
it can't be again.
It can't be another bike.
They're making us look stupid, Katherine.
I think it's going to be Are we doing it? Are we making you look stupid?
I think it's going to be a bike again.
There aren't any other type of bikes.
I think they've already got bikes.
What are you saying?
You wouldn't wear that type of helmet. Is it like a little ATV? All-terrain vehicle.
OK, let's have a look.
It's going to be a bike.
Oh, no.
Sort of. It's one of those, the old-fashioned one.
Dad and Mum in the same photo there.
I think that might be your conception. OK, next picture. Right, what's he riding?
He's indoors, isn't he? Is it a scooter?
A scooter, OK, let's have a look.
Oh, a bus.
Oh, is that
Oh, that's a bit of a curveball, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a dick move. I won't deny it. He's riding the bus.
State of that sleeve.
What's the matter with it?
It looks like he's going to see if a cow's pregnant.
OK, next picture. What's Boris riding?
Uh-oh.
I think he's taking a piss, isn't he? But what's he riding?
Yeah. He's luck if he's pissing on children. It's a strong strategy, isn't it, for votes?
Yeah. So there are children there. I think it's some type of scooter. I see kids on these little scooters a lot.
OK, let's have a look.
Yeah.
Smash
She's
it.
absolutely right. OK, last one. It's Rob go.
OK.
Let's go, Rob.
Oh, that's got to be a go-kart, isn't it? Look at his face.
OK, let's have a look. Yes,
Yes!
it is. Rob's the winner.
Yes!
For the point.
Yes!
Great game.
That's it for part one. See you after the break. Catherine's team.
Is it that Labour MP Tracy Brabin seems to put her bra in the bin? Because she's wearing that sultry little one-shoulder top.
Well, we've got a picture of this. I mean, I didn't think it quite scandalised me, but here's Tracy Brabin. That's what she wore in Parliament, and people lost their minds over this.
To be fair, I fucking love shoulders. It's quite niche, but I fucking a good shoulder. Just the way it's like there.
Yeah. Picture of
Do you know what I mean? Everything hangs on. Without the shoulder, you're fucking nothing. Oh, yeah. It's just there.
Look at the bloke behind her. That is not a good face, is it? He looks like Sid James, doesn't he?
It's because these dudes in the House of Commons, they're so sexually repressed. They see an ankle and their dick explodes like a bottle of Sprite on a plane.
Don't get me started on ankles. Oh.
I really don't get it. Because
No.
to me, an off-the-shoulder top, that is a classy look. Where I come from, pair it with a fascinator, get yourself down the slug and lettuce, Tracy.
Oh, sure. She was criticised online. I mean, people said dreadful things, and she came back.
Who gives a fuck about online?
Because people are sensitive. That's what
Just don't
happens.
read it. Pretend it's not there.
Female MPs are not sensitive. You want to see a day in hell, look at what female MPs get online.
Oh, well, OK, her response was fantastic. Tracy Brabin responded to criticism online with this tweet. She said, "Hello, sorry I don't have time to respond to all of you commenting on this, but I can confirm I'm not a slag, hungover, a tart, a slapper, drunk, or just been banged over a wheelie bin."
It's fair to say, absolutely, women do get more emphasis on the way that they look. But also, it can go the other way. Like, ladies, if you look lovely, you go to a party, you get told you look stunning. But as a bloke, the best you can get is, oh, you look smart. That's the best. That's the best outcome you could get.
I tell you, look stunning all the time, you dirty slag.
This is true.
It is mental, the House of Commons, right? They're meant to represent us, but none of them look like us. People wear jeans and t-shirts.
They look like you.
Yeah.
They look a bit like me. In fairness, they do look a bit like me.
The dress code is exclusionary. Like, they can't all dress like Jacob Rees-Mogg, who looks like he owns a Victorian slave ship. And I'm really glad that he was able to see this, because finally he'll have something fresh in his wank bank, which used to just contain the corpse of Margaret Thatcher.
I can't get over the logistics of banging someone over a wheelie bin. You've got to be at least 6'5". That is a tall man's sport.
What you do is you turn it on its side.
On its side, OK, yeah.
Well, there's a girl from the posh bit of... Well, I can tell you, Tracy Brabin's off-the-shoulder dress was not one of the most talked about things this week, but Tracy Brabin has received an incredible amount of support, mainly from her strapless bra. OK, one more thing. What else have people been talking about this week?
Is it Donald Trump?
Yeah, the Donald Trump news. Go on, tell me more.
Well, you know, Donald Trump was acquitted, and we always knew he was going to be. He has a really high approval rating among the Republicans. So that's great news for everyone.
Like, how has that happened? What kind of, like... It's gross.
Well, following his acquittal, Trump delivered a typically rambling speech to the press, which included some extraordinary, unpresidential language.
We were treated unbelievably unfairly. And you have to understand, we first went through Russia. It was all bullshit.
No, that's the leader of the free world right there. So,
That terrifies me. Honestly, it scares me that old crazy men are running the world at the moment. I genuinely believe that aunties should rule the world.
Yeah, but to be fair, you know, Rose West was someone's auntie.
And she never missed a Christmas card.
I tell you who should be in charge. If you were going to pick someone to be in charge of America, I would pick Nancy Pelosi. So he gave his speech, and you could see her in the background. She had a copy of the speech. Take a look at what she thinks of it.
I just can't believe they let the Republicans decide whether or not Trump was impeached. Like, of course, he wouldn't be. That's like letting Jimmy do self-assessment. No one's...
That's fair. I could say that.
Oh, God. I've got to stick up for Jimmy here. As a Conservative, this guy is fucking inspiration. Do you know what I mean? This is the man that got me into tax avoidance in the first place.
All right, let's see if it's up there. Yes, it's Trump's acquittal. We lost a classic American hero last week in Kirk Douglas. Wouldn't it be great if Donald Trump could be more like Kirk Douglas? Dead. So those were the nation's most popular talking points. But in other news, it's Prince Andrew's 60th birthday this week, which he'll no doubt be celebrating in Pizza Express, Woking. In environmental news, beavers from Eurasia are being reintroduced to Britain. If you'd like to know more about that story, simply Google Eurasian beavers on someone else's laptop. And the government of Finland is offering free gym membership to all of its citizens. Makes sense? It's Finland, not Fatland. I liked it. OK, at the end of that round, Rob's team have 2 points, Catherine's team have 1 point. Rob's team, what do you think?
Vaping.
Vaping?
Yeah, it's a big thing, isn't it? I don't do it. Nothing to do with health. I just can't face having something else to charge.
I want to try it. I really want to try vaping because I heard it gives you popcorn in the lungs and I love popcorn.
Is vaping safer than smoking? Dr. Rand, you're a doctor, a proper, actual doctor.
Well, allegedly. So popcorn lung, you don't actually get popcorn in your lungs. It's a condition where your lungs, I think, start to look like popcorn.
Why does vape smoke cause the popcorn lung?
I don't really know. I'm not really a vaping expert.
What kind of doctor are you?
I'm a paediatrician.
And not many kids are vaping?
Thankfully not. What you got to think is that cigarettes are made by big tobacco companies, right? They probably don't have your best interests at heart, let's be honest. The same companies are now making vapes. Right. Do you reckon they've got your best interests at heart?
Yeah.
Really?
I think they do.
Yeah, it's only because you've got shares in them.
Catherine, what do you think?
I don't vape and I don't smoke. I've never smoked, but at least vapors, they're rebellious. You know, they can hide it. They're like rebels who smell like blueberry.
It smells too nice to be cool. Like, cigarettes are cool because they smell bad. Like, you smell someone smoking tobacco, you can be like, oh, that is disgusting. They don't give a shit what they're putting into their body. They are a badass legend. You know, James Dean wouldn't have ridden off on his motorbike leaving a cloud of waffles and maple syrup.
Elvis would have.
I think that the vape flavors are more disgusting than the smell of tobacco. There's one that's called mother's milk.
No.
Which is so Freudian. It's like, oh, I want to suck a tiny nozzle that gives mother's milk. Which is like smoking a cigar and putting balls on the end.
Donna, have you ever smoked?
No.
Never?
Sometimes I have a little puff.
Sorry. I don't think you can call them that anymore. So you smoke a little bit? What do you smoke? What?
Menthol. Cigarettes.
Menthol?
Yeah.
It's like a nurse's fag, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like it feels a bit... I feel like we could be related, Donna.
Yeah.
You know when Mark McFly goes back and meets his mum the same age?
Is your mom like Donna?
Well, not now. She's 65.
Yeah, but the vibe, the personality.
The vibe, yeah. Just,
oh, I love that.
Confident, you know.
Yeah.
This is like the weirdest chat-up lines I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you remind me of my mum when she was younger.
I know a vape flavor you'd be very interested
I used to smoke, Jimmy. I used to smoke 50 a day when I was younger.
Shush.
Yeah, I had to stop because
Really?
my fingers started going yellow and it looked like I'd been finger-banging Banana Man.
My husband, I have a husband now. I also have a T-shirt. It says, "Ask me about my husband." My husband, every once in a while, he'll have one. I just lock him outside. I won't come. This is what I hate about smokers. They're like, "Will you stand with me outside? Will you wait with me outside? Will you come with me outside?" Fuck yourself. I lock the door. I go in the house. And that's the way to deal with them. I locked him out the house Christmas Day.
Can I ask a question, Katherine? Say it's like a weekend and you've got an idea of what you want to do for the weekend.
Yeah.
And your husband doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
What happens?
I wouldn't know.
Let's have a look and see if vaping's up there. Yes, indeed, it's vaping. OK, we're looking for the top inventions of the last 10 years. Katherine, what do you think?
Is it dating apps?
Yeah.
People have all kinds of access to each other online. It's a weird millennial contradiction because they're timid, but they get more pussy than Mick Jagger.
I think the millennial generation are having less sex than any previously.
With you.
Dr. Ranch, have you used any dating apps?
I'm currently using 2.
You're currently using 2?
No.
So how comes you've got 2? Do you use one for a second opinion?
This guy.
Yes. Although saying that, I've gone through so many of the suggestions that it started suggesting women. Wow.
He's completed Grindr and they've gone, I don't know, what about a girl? OK, so what about you, a dating site? Have you been on the dating apps, girls?
I haven't as myself, but I have as a character of mine called Jerome. Yeah, and he got bear gal. Yeah. Like, bear gal.
Now, a lot of people won't know what bear gal... I mean, it's me, but some of them... Some of these... yeah... What?
So basically, it means he's got bear swag in it. So he was on there like, "Yo, babe, you alright, yeah?" Like what? What you saying? Look at man's things, innit? Man's things is big, innit? You get me?
I need to wipe my seat after that.
What's Jerome's profile picture?
It's my face with, so I took the hair out of my brush and I got some eyelash glue and I stuck it around here. Yeah, and I put a do-rag on.
Are you single?
Okay.
So what does your partner think about Jerome?
Do you think your partner is Jerome? You literally just hold some of your own hair and go, "Hi, Jerome." "Well, hello, Verona."
Donna, have you ever used the dating apps for yourself?
Yeah, I'm on all of them.
Yeah, it's a numbers game, isn't it?
It doesn't work for me.
It doesn't work for you?
I mean, I have dates, but they're a disaster.
Give me all the detail.
Oh, my goodness. Well, the last one, I went on a date, which I think was Bumble, and he had a rucksack on all night. Fine, keep it on, whatever. I'm like, "Do you want to take your rucksack off?" No, it's fine. Are you sure? Yeah. Basically, it was a survival kit for World War III.
Wow, that's so a survivalist dude.
Yeah, and he actually showed me what was in it, like loads of wires, copper, lots of copper. And there was a sheet of rubber.
Yeah, that wasn't a survival kit.
No.
What about you, Ed? Have you used any of the dating sites?
No, my relationship predates the sort of rise of the dating app, so...
Yeah, no, but sorry, but have you used any of the dating
officially, no. No, I often take my friends' phones and have fun on them, just like... It's like a mobile phone game, really, like your friends' love lives.
Yeah.
So I just swipe yes for all of them and just really mess with their lives. And it actually worked. When I did that for my friend and just swiped yes on 30 people, and then he went on a date with one of them, and then 6 months later, she got pissed and shat in his bed, so... Perfect result for me.
I'll never forget the first time I saw my wife on Tinder. It was last week. I was furious.
There actually is an app for Jewish people as well, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Is it J-Swipe or J-Date?
I am hot on J-Date. I got a lot of chicks appeal.
Oh, interesting. There's a Jewish gay singles night called Bat Mitzvah.
Yes.
Actually,
Come on! When's my bat mitzvah?
Apparently, if you get a mazel tov if you match on J-Swipe, but as a Jew, I know that, like, the more appropriate thing would be a gif of my mother going, "Oi, the relief."
Donna, The thing about dating on the Tinder app is people think, well, if you treated people like that in the real world, how would it be? If you had to say face-to-face, if you had to do it to people in a bar, it wouldn't be great.
Someone once asked me to punch them in the cock on an app.
Look, and I said I wouldn't ask again. So
How big a punch? How big a...
I don't know, I didn't answer, did I?
What?
We don't know you.
Like...
You should have just unloaded a combination, like left, right, uppercut, back.
Well, surely that's more the balls, isn't it?
I don't want to try and... I would never want to try and do, like, a top trump with Donna's story about the survival kit, but I did, back in the day, a decade ago, go on a first date with someone who I met online. This was, like, pre-swiping. And I'll bang on the first date. Happy to do it, right? Yeah. So I did. And as it was happening, like, it was happening, and it was very medium, but he's like, this is how I do it. And...
You know, say.
I'm like, it was, like, happening, and then he stopped, remaining inside me. Good. He stopped. He took my face in his hands. I know. He looked at me, and he went, still inside. He went, hey. That, just then, was fucking. But this, now, making love. And then went for it. I heard that shit, my vagine went dry, okay? It was like someone had popped a Weetabix up there.
Ladies and gentlemen, obviously this is going to be on television, but before it is, may I suggest, if anyone's here without their partner, the next time you have sex, just stop dead, hold their face. That was fucking. This is making love. Oh, well, I can tell you, dating apps are not one of the best inventions of the last decade, but dating apps are amazing. It's like someone looked at Deliveroo and thought, this is great, but would it work for chlamydia? Tinder has significantly streamlined the dating experience. It now takes less time than ever to get to the point in a relationship where I'm sitting on the end of the bed in tears, apologising with a wet leg. OK, fingers on buzzers. 2 more things to get. Other inventions. What else do you think, Rob?
Is it like Deliveroo and Just Eat, getting, like, food?
Getting food. What's your go-to? What's your order of choice?
Rob will eat anything as long as you feed him with a flat palm.
Yeah.
No, that's not fair. Give him a trough.
I know.
Or a salt lick. He loves a salt lick. Go on, what's your go-to delivery?
My go-to is normally Ed's mum's vagina. And I'm pretty full from that. It depends how sad I am.
Oh, go on, in terms of, like...
Well, like, you know, sometimes you go, let's be healthy, you get so... And then it's, like, some sort of KFC nightmare that arrives. It's just, like, a boneless bucket for one.
Don't go back to my mum's vagina.
But the problem is, they're good if you live in the city centre, but if you're a little bit further out, it just takes so long. You get this poor bloke on his bike, and freezing cold, going up a hill. I'm just thinking the whole time, like, oh, I hope my ramen's not cold. When it...
I think shame's a big part of it. Like, I think one of the worst nights of my life was where I ordered a massive meal on Deliveroo, and then I was still hungry afterwards, so I ordered dessert as well. And the guy turned up, and it was the same rider from the first time. And he just looked at me like, you sad pig. And I gave him a tip, but I think we both knew that was hush money.
To get rid of the shame component, they're going to start having, like, robots do takeaway deliveries. But I don't see that going well because I think people will steal the robots. Like, I think a drunk British person sees a robot with a doner kebab. It's just like, I'm having that fucker. It's a new version of waking up with a traffic cone in your room.
Well, they have to use robots because these Deliveroo drivers, for example, are not allowed to deliver to schools. Hello, who's not allowed near schools? Pedos.
Yeah.
Don't look at me. I'm a paediatrician.
The problem is you're so lazy, aren't we? And then we just get so used to it. Now I get, like, something you could never get delivered to your door, and then get it, and go, like, oh, I've got to get plates out now. like, you know, the ultimate app will be that they deliver it to you, or they come into your house, lay it out, and then eats it for me. I don't have to have the shit or the guilt the next day.
Verona, Donna, what do you think?
My thing is, I like to order a block of cheese from Co-op on Deliveroo.
A block of cheese from Co-op?
Yeah, but I don't eat the whole block of cheese in one
You put it on a cracker?
She's
No,
very
I just whack it in.
OK, let's see if food delivery apps are up there. Yes, indeed, food delivery apps. In England, we have Deliveroo, Uber Eats and Just Eat. But Scotland's most popular delivery service is Send the Wee Man for chips.
That used to be a thing. You thought Deliveroo, you'd just find, like, an 8-year-old kid that was at a family party and give them 40 quid with a list. So then you'd make them go to the chip shop and give them the list and the 40 quid, and then they'd come back with the chips.
People do that with drugs now.
Do they?
Bad, isn't it?
It's bad, isn't it?
Bad.
Is it bad? You've done drugs, right? Hey, this guy.
No. I've never done anything illegal.
In this country?
I've never done anything illegal. No, I haven't. Actually, I had an operation once, right? It was on my nose, like on my sinuses. And as an anaesthetic, they do this in ear, nose and throat operations, and particularly nose ones. They give you cocaine, like pure cocaine as an anaesthetic. I was off my tits.
Yeah. And you've been off your tits ever since, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right, fingers on buzzers, one more to get.
Is it selfie sticks?
I was going to say that.
Selfie sticks. Are you enjoying the selfie stick?
I mean, I liked it. It had a brief moment in the sun, and that Christmas was lit. And then selfie sticks became ironic. I just think it's such a lovely testament to how women want to be in control of their own photo. Like, we'll do anything to avoid letting a man take a photo of it. We will set a timer, throw the phone, hope to catch a good angle on the way down.
This is a very good example of that very thing, because sometimes you want to send a message to a friend.
Yeah.
You're in the pool, selfie stick, ideal. Take a look.
Not good. Also, in all those clips, no one let go of the phone. Like, they weren't even breaking their own fall. They were like, as long as my phone's fine, I can't die.
I think people have got it all wrong, though. Before the selfie stick, what you used to do was you just got the ugliest member of your family to take the photo. And then you're happy they're not in it, they're happy they're not in it, job done, you can move on with your day.
Is that how you got so good at photography?
Yeah, it's really...
Well, I can tell you, selfie sticks are not one of the best inventions of the last decade, but where would we be without camera phones? Well, probably in snappy snaps, awkwardly explaining why we've asked them to develop 24 pictures of our gentleman junk. OK, one more thing to get. Fingers on buzzers. What you got?
Is it like Siri and Alexa, those virtual assistant things?
Have you got that in your house?
Lou got it for me for Christmas and we didn't like it, so I sent it back. I felt like I was getting told off. He didn't understand me either. I found it quite annoying.
They didn't understand you, Rob?
No, because of my accent, so I got the hump of it.
I have that problem as well. You have
You
to
don't understand me?
I can, but I have to speak really posh to Alexa. Just be like, hello, what's the weather like and where do you keep your diamonds? Like,
I find that when I speak to it like I'm like a British tourist talking to a Spanish waiter. Like, do you have chips with that?
Ours doesn't work properly because it's in, like, an echoey kitchen. And then I end up having to get really close to it and whisper, so I feel like such a perv. Just go, Alexa, set a timer for 5 minutes.
Well, it is the last assistant that you can sexually harass without consequences. When Siri and Google and Alexa unionize, a lot of you boys are in trouble.
I throw her in the bin because I'm a bit of a jealous girlfriend and I just couldn't stand, like, hearing my partner go, Alexa this, Alexa that, Alexa set my alarm. Like, why can't I set his alarm? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just throw her in the bin.
I just don't like them. And I've got them. I've got them in every room and they don't fucking work. They just do not work.
What kind of stuff do you want to use them for? Would you...
I don't know. Tell me a joke. Or make me happy. Give me a date.
Get me off.
Make me happy.
Get me off. Marry me. Do something to make my life better.
The good thing about virtual assistants is they can open up the internet for your whole family, which is a good thing, right? Take a look. Daddy's been a bad boy. OK, well, let's have a look and see if virtual assistants are up there. Yes, virtual assistants. I don't like virtual assistants. If I want to talk to someone vaguely human, made out of plastic with a woman's voice, I'll just chat to Katherine. Some virtual assistants can't understand thick regional accents. I know how they feel. It's been 4 series, and I still don't know what that Cockney horse is saying. So those were the nation's favourite inventions, but also on the list, drones. Drones are used to deliver parcels, packages and death from above to Iranian generals. And contactless payment. Even my nana's gone totally contactless. Now she's in a home, no one visits her. It's a joke, she's dead. Now, we've talked about the inventions that took the world by storm. What about all the other ones? I got a gift from a good friend, Rob Beckett. I got you this. It's a 360 toothbrush. It brushes all your teeth at the same time. Check it out.
I think I need 720.
OK, Katherine, I've got one for you as well. Pass that down to Katherine. I'll show you how this works. So, basically, it's a toothbrush, but you can turn it on, it vibrates, and then it goes...
Normally, I use Sillet Bang and a stiff broom.
Rob, I think it's supposed to vibrate. You don't have to do this.
Oh, it has different settings?
It's got different settings, and it's got a weird blue light. No one knows what it does.
Rob looks like he's sucking off an avatar.
Now, Katherine, you've got loads of pets, right? This is a pet treat launcher. I put M&M's in there.
Yeah! Oh! 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 I got it! No, I didn't. I'm really scared. Oh, Sarah! Oh, Katherine!
Hang on, this should be easy.
Yeah.
Look at the size of this fucking target.
Have some pull.
Ah, shit. I'll try and get from that.
Rob,
It's like feeding time at the zoo, isn't it?
Rob, you've just brushed it.
Yes,
So, at the end of that round, Rob, Ed, Donna and Verona have 3 points, Katherine, Sarah and Dr Ranch have no points. Rob's team, what do you remember about school?
Oh, well, the teachers.
Did you have any great teachers? Was there anyone that stood out?
Not really. All I really remember from school is really wanting pubes. I was 13, is in PE, that was all pubed up. I was like, I've never wanted pubes more. Oh. Now I've got them, don't know what to do with them all. You've got pubes yet?
One.
One really long one.
Yeah, last week I ran downstairs. Mum, look, it's happening!
What were your teachers, Paisley?
Some of them were all right, I guess, but a few of them didn't like me. One in particular, because I did used to spend quite a lot of time on the phone. And then this teacher caught me on my phone, and I was put in inclusion for the rest of the week. So basically, they lock you up in a room at the top of the English block with, like, a supply teacher or, like a what are they called?
Pedo.
People that help. People that help you. Teaching assistant. Honestly, I had to eat my lunch up there and everything. It was really sad.
I feel sad for teachers now because they're not allowed to discipline anyone. If I was a teacher now, I'd be fired day one. And any type of abuse that happens to your child at the hands of another child, they'll never tell you which child it was because they don't want vigilantism. But I know it was Marianne. And I just start flirting with their dads to break up their family. And you want to go straight to the child. You just want to be like, hey, Hannah, are you going to be nice today? How'd you like to spend every other weekend on the M25? You're about to have 2 Christmases, bitch. I
I used to love it when you see a teacher outside of school.
Oh.
Like, what a thrill. You know, when you see them, like, in the Morrisons in a fleece and they look all bedraggled. They look like, you know, when they pulled Saddam Hussein out of the ground.
They always moan as well, like, oh, there's so much marking. Oh, there's so much marking. How hard can that be? They know the answers. We both went to school in South East London, didn't we, right? And you don't learn anything apart from how to know when a fight's going to happen. They never taught us anything that we'd use. They taught us stuff like Spanish and music. Everyone I went to school was a gas fitter. Not one flamenco guitarist. Like, none of us know how to do our tax returns. We all know our own G sharp.
Now, each teacher has a different reason for getting into teaching. Take a look.
So why do people become teachers?
I can only say that I always wanted to be a teacher from being a tiny child.
I knew I wanted to teach drama.
I wanted to do a job that I would be proud of.
Well, I only went into it, first of all, as a sort of a stopgap.
Wow! A stopgap between school and prison. Do you know the teachers I hated? French teachers. They're shit, isn't it? It's just someone that can speak French, isn't it? Being a teacher, they just speak French at you and go, oh, don't you know it? You're not doing very well, are you?
Well, my grandpa was a French teacher and my father was an English teacher, and that's how I happened. Because...
Your dad fucked his dad?
So my maternal grandfather taught at the same school, and sometimes the eldest girls of faculty would date the youngest teachers.
So your dad was a teacher there?
Yeah.
Your mum was a child that was there?
Well, she was 18. She was
18, OK.
coming of age.
Yeah.
So sometimes a sexual assault in a school can go well.
So how old was your dad?
He was 16 years her senior.
He was 34 and she was 18.
I never really thought about it.
Fine.
Yeah, but she's French.
Well, she's got French in her.
I bet she is. Josh, any good teachers at school?
No, my teachers hated me because I'm gay, I'm dyslexic and I'm left-handed, so I'm just a, Catholic teacher's worst nightmare.
Was you naughty?
Yeah. I was like one of the bad boys.
You were one of the bad boys?
Yeah. And people meet me now and think I'm like, woo, but actually I'm pretty dangerous. Because I was like getting bullied, I started doing boxing for self-defence, and I did boxing for years and I loved it. I loved it so much, and not just because of the skipping, but the never-ending violence.
I was the opposite, Joshua. All the teachers loved me, and I was really popular, too. I was in a very exclusive clique of one. Yeah. I was like the kid every other kid hated. I did everything right. I was really smart. I was bilingual. And the teachers wanted to have lunch with me and chat to me. Like, I was cool with them only. It was very sad. And then I realized I didn't like that anymore. So I packed that in about 14 and started getting fingered.
What an inspirational story for anyone watching. Let's have a look and see if teachers are up there. Yes, it's teachers. They say those who can do and those who want loads of holidays and to finish work at 3:30, teach. OK, so, Catherine's team, what do you think the nation remembers about their school days?
I think they've got to remember school dinners. We're top 20 in obesity here, but now that we don't have the EU butting in, we could go for #1.
I think the way they should do it now is because there's a lot of obesity at schools, isn't there, right? And schools are overcrowded. So what they should do is, rather than having a canteen, they just put all the food in the middle of the playground and just let them run at it. And all the fat ones that can't keep up will lose a bit of weight. The skinny, poor ones will get a bit bulkier. And then, you know, you may lose a couple of lives along the way, but then smaller classroom sizes.
I don't see how they can be obese now, because you're not allowed to pack them anything delicious in their lunch. You're not allowed nuts, you're not allowed any chocolate, not allowed any fizzy drinks.
But I stopped drinking fizzy drinks at school because I remember that experiment where you had to put a tooth in a glass of Coke, and after a week, it had vanished.
No.
Yeah, because it was dead.
Oh, yes.
There you go. You can drink Coke, you'll be all right.
They tricked you. In that way, they take an apple and they roll it around and bruise it, and then they take another apple and they don't bruise it, and then they tell you to slag off the one apple and be kind to the other apple. Then they cut all the apples in half. And they go, see, your hurtful words have bruised this apple. That's
What the fuck is
Well, they don't do that here.
What do you mean, the old bruising the apple and then talk to the apple?
It's very normal. You slag off one apple, you're kind to the other apple. You see that those one you slagged off is bruised, you give your teacher a hand job, you don't go home and tell anyone.
Back to school dinners.
I used to have packed lunch because I was a really fussy eater, and then it sort of ended up being a good thing, because once Jamie Oliver took all the good stuff out of the vending machines, like, I still had crisps, chocolate...
Did you sell it at a profit?
No, I'd trade, like, my Lunchables, though, because I love cheese, so I'd trade, like, the chicken bit for more cheese.
Yeah, the meat in a Lunchable, you know,
Oh, yeah,
that is
the good bit.
not acceptable. It's just a pink square.
Yeah.
The packed lunch is a dangerous game, though, isn't it? Because one wacky choice by your mum, and people see it, like, your life's over at school. All right, brioche boy. 7 years have gone by, and I remember that one time you had a bit of brioche. You can be in a pub with your kids at 33 and goes, all right, brioche! Still having brioche, are you, prick?
What do you remember at school dinners, Kiri?
I was part of the generation where we had the turkey Twizzler. I miss it.
What's that?
Yeah.
What? It's the best. It's like buttholes and nipples in like a delicious spiral, and it's like sweet and salty, and it's so good. And then Jamie Oliver came in and just took out all the good stuff out of school dinners, all gone. Jamie Oliver is as like detrimental to turkey dinosaurs as the meteor was to actual dinosaurs.
Josh, what do you remember from school dinners?
I just used to smoke.
So you wouldn't eat anything?
No, eating's cheating. Like, if you want to look thin, just start smoking at 12. I mean, I'm 56 now, and I'm quite happy with how I look.
What I used to find disconcerting was sweet servers for savoury things. Like the smash would be served with an ice cream scoop.
Yeah.
That was so incongruous to me.
It sounds like the kind of school that you went to, like, you would start from the outside with your cutlery and work your way in.
Did you go to a fancy school, Tom?
Well, my secondary school was. It was a nautical college, and I had to polish cannons every day. And I wish it was a euphemism, but it's not. I had a microfiber duster and a can of Brasso, and if I didn't do it, I had to do a march of shame around the parade ground in my number 2s, which was my uniform.
We've got a photo of you from your school days from my private collection.
That's in the marching band with my French horn.
Well, you had to learn to blow somewhere.
I tell you, marching with a French horn is perilous for your teeth if you're trying to play Henry Mancini with an instrument that large.
That's why I've stayed away from it.
Do you still have the hat?
Well, yes, I do.
This is like Grindr Live. Have you got the hat?
I do love a posh bike. Makes me feel like dead rugged and manly and like I'm the bit of rough. Like, I'm just going to come in and sweep his chimney.
Oh, don't call it his chimney. OK, let's have a look and see if school dinners are up there. Yes, indeed, it's school dinners. Our dinner ladies at school weren't a great bunch, but there was one DILF. I wouldn't have minded putting a toad in her hole. OK, fingers on buzzers. Rob's team.
Exams, that was quite stressful at school.
Did you do well in your exams,
I didn't do any.
Did you not?
No, I did do. But yeah, I didn't like it when you had to show you're working. You did maths, show you're working. Well, I can't have a hunch.
I've got a foolproof way of, if you're a girl, of cheating in exams. This is what I did. You write the stuff on your tits that you need, you know, like the formulas that you need, and then you, like, obviously have your, like, polo shirt or whatever done up, and then when you need to do it, you just look down and you see the formulas, because there's no teacher who's going to be like, show me your tits.
If I didn't know the answer, I'd just write a letter to my teacher about how sad it would be if I got trapped in the town. I was like, please, Mr. Keir, I really hate this city, and you know that I don't belong here, and if I don't pass and get at least a 72, then I will be here, and you will see me in the bars, and you will deal with me. And then he did give me exactly a 72.
I couldn't get away with it because when I did my exams, I had to be like chaperoned by this like guy because I was too naughty. So, and also because I was thick as shit. So I'd just be doing my exams. But sometimes he'd give me the answer because he wanted to get off.
What annoys me is I used to hate it when you had to do that 3-hour English exam, right? And you finished after about 45 minutes, didn't you? You just have to pretend you're like that. And then they have the cheek to go, OK, everyone, pens down. Who's still fucking writing? Who's writing after 3 hours?
It'd be me, because I would use it, because I had it for attention deficit disorder. And what would happen is about 20 minutes in, I'd see a shuttlecock in the roof of the gym, and that's 45 minutes gone. And then I've got, like, a whole paper to do.
But how come when you've got ADHD, can you not concentrate on the paper, but there's 45 minutes in a shuttlecock? How come you can focus so deeply?
Well, because like the shuttlecock is the leap-off point.
Yeah.
So you go shuttlecock, and then you're like, why is it shaped like that? And you're like, what's the end made of? Is it nice to bite? And then you're like, do you know what I like biting? It's like the end of certain jumpers, but not the jumper that I'm wearing right now. And then you're like, why is it only jumpers that are delicious, though? And then you're like, oh, my God, it's been 45 minutes.
Well, I can tell you that exams are not one of the most memorable things about school, but remember, if you do cheat in exams, ultimately, there's only one person you're cheating. The head of the exam board. Fuck him. Fingers on buzzers, one more thing to get.
I fondly remember the ride on the yellow school bus, but I don't see yellow school buses, and I don't know how British children are getting to school. Are they digging tunnels? Are they hitchhiking? I have no idea how your kids get to school.
Get a bus.
Yeah, just get the bus. I used to walk home sometimes as well, and then I'd stop off at the special bin. There was a bin that I used to stop at and make sure I had a bit of rubbish to throw in it for good luck.
Bin?
Sorry, what was the special bin where you had to have rubbish to put in the bin?
Right, so on my walk home from school, there was this bin, and me and my mate just decided that it was our special bin because, like, good things would happen after you put a little bit of rubbish in that bin. So we'd always make sure we had something to throw in there, and then we'd be like, and then run home.
Why was it a magic bin?
It was just a magic bin, OK? I was a child. I used to put things in, and then something good would happen.
What good thing happened?
I'd find 50p, and then I could go and buy a curly whirly and some other sweets.
40p it was for the bus when I first started going to school. But there was a devil bus, basically. There was a bus I got, and then there was a special bus for the rough school nearby.
Sorry, you weren't in the rough school?
No, this one was even worse. They weren't allowed to get on buses. They had to have one just for them.
Did they have police at the doors? Because they used to do that at my school. They'd be like, the police would stop you from getting on the bus. Yeah.
I once got pelted with conkers, but I'm talking like 300 conkers. It was at the start of Saving Private Ryan. And then once they ripped out the back seat and threw it at me. It was awful. Awful.
Yeah. Everyone used to egg the school bus because you know that the bus driver can't chase you, but then you egg a car and you're like fucked because he'll chase you till he catches you.
So while you guys are dealing with violence and police and magic bins on public transport, what happens when you put a film on like Forrest Gump and you see a yellow school bus? Are you confused?
Well, no, I understand that they have them over there. It's the same as like when I see a man with abs. I know it exists. It's not anything that I'll have a part of.
Well, I can tell you the school bus is not up there, but the back of the bus was always the cool bit. I never really understood what Rosa Parks was so annoyed about. OK, one more thing to get. Come on, fingers on buzzers.
Is it school break time?
Yeah, like the playground. Did you have the same thing? Did you sort of go crazy in break time?
We had fun, but you could play anything you wanted back then. Blind Man's Bluff, which I guess is based on benefit fraud.
We used to do, like, Tunnel of Death. Basically, you're queuing up to get in your classes, and there'll be kids on one side, kids on the other, and if it was all full and someone was walking down, someone would scream, Tunnel of Death, and that person had the shit kicked out of them.
We had a game that we devised. It was when the Spice Girls were at their zenith.
Yeah.
And it
Of course.
tickled us.
Of course.
It really tickled us to sing Spice Girls songs in an RP accent. And we would do it interminably.
Can we have an example?
If you want to be my lover, you've got to get with my friends.
So that's what... Yeah. That is what posh Spice would sound like if she was posh or could sing. OK, so one of the most fun things you can do in the playground is play with bollards. Take a look at this clip. Oh, let's see it again, let's see it again. Oh, it's full force.
Poor Michael McIntyre.
That happened to me. That's why my voice is this high.
Right, this is quite dark, but it's quite funny. There was... Someone had some... It was in a classroom, and someone had scissors. They went, I'll pass him scissors, so they broke through them at him. Went into his head. It was all fine, right, at the end of it, but it went in, like, in there, and a little bit, and it was bleeding and stuff like that. And he went, oh, God, and, like, fell down on the floor like that. And the teacher went, just don't move, I'll go and get some. And he's letting the blood over his hand there like that, oh, God, I can't move. And then someone in the class went and got a bit of chalk and just drew a chalk line around it.
When my mum was at school, her friend...
Your dad was fucking her?
Her friend said to her, I want to be off games for the whole term. Will you break my arm? I promise I won't tell. And so she put him in a half Nelson and did it. She's very strong, my mum. She's diminutive, but tough.
Do you know, I might be posh, Tom, because our families are not that different. My best break and my last good break of all time, before I became even more deeply unpopular, was the day I found out that a man dumped a really popular girl in my school for my mom and started dating my mom, and that man's my stepdad now, so it's fine. But at the time, it ruined my life, and it was such a big scandal in a small school in a small town.
How old was your mum? How old was your stepdad?
She was 40, he was 20, I was 15. And the girl he broke up with was like 17, and she was popular and I wasn't.
And that girl was at your school?
Yes.
Wow, you are trash.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. We didn't have mobile phones, but I knew this guy worked with my mom. So I took a quarter from my friend Lori, and the whole school was abuzz with this news. And I was like, I'm gonna call him, because I knew my mom's work number. And I marched down the hall. It was just like a film, like, dun, 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 dun. And as I marched down, people gathered with me, and it became this procession of people being like, we're gonna go to the payphones, and we're gonna call this guy. And I had this big crowd, and I went to the payphone and put the quarter in, and I rang, and I called the work, and I said, hello, can I please speak to Abe? His name's Abe the Babe. And then it transferred to him, and he was like, hello? And I was like, you're fucked.
Yeah, by your mum.
And then we spent a year trying to ruin his life. It didn't work. He still kept fucking my mom, and then I gave up. And now...
That must be a great lay.
Yeah, she is. Thank you.
I got my finger chopped off at primary school. I was trying to escape, and do you know when you got the metal fences like that? And I got my finger, like, cut off. But they sewn it on. I'm pretty pissed off, because they've, like, put it on sideways. It's like, I'm trying to point over there, but he's defo going over there. But he's dead strong, look.
Oh!
Like a gold bionic finger.
Can I fit?
Yeah, but it was...
Oh, my God, you're wasted as a gamer. It's incredible.
Oh, you can do a lot with that.
I broke my leg in school on the playground. I had to be in a wheelchair for like a year because it was so bad. Yeah.
Wow. How'd you break it?
I was like, there was some kid who was crying, and I was like, I'm gonna go and see what's wrong with him. And I was going down the bars on a climbing frame, and I slipped, and my leg went between the bars and broke. And one of the little kids as well was like, you know, when something like someone hurts themselves, everyone runs round at school. So all the kids came running around. One kid jumped over me to get a better look and kicked the broken leg. No.
Oh, what a legend. That painful. Oh, it is now. Let's have a look and see if the playground is up there. Yes, of course, we all remember the playground. Luckily, in the playground, I knew how to make the bullies laugh by tickling their balls with my tongue. So at the end of that round, Rob's team have 1 point, Katherine's team have 2 points.
Yeah.